All right, and we are rolling. So, hey everyone, welcome back to the next exciting episode of The Great Poison.
Woo!
Dab on him.
Wow, delayed much? This is episode 2 of my brand new campaign that I am running parallel to Song of the Wilds. I am Evan, I am your humble dungeon master, and these are the hopeless schmucks who thought it would be a good idea to play with me.
We love you.
Thank you, sweetie. Before we get started, though, if I could just get a quick sound test from everyone. Liam, can you hear me?
Yep.
All right. Carly, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Tyler, can you hear me?
Tyler?
Ty?
Your mic is muted. Is your mic dead? We can't hear you.
Oh, I just heard a weird echo.
That was an Ani.
Oh.
Oh, and we lost Ty.
We lost Ty.
Well, that being said, though, I'm just going to come out and say it. We unfortunately will be playing with a slightly lesser team for this session. Unfortunately, Steven, the guy who plays Daddy, unfortunately is unfortunately able to get out of work due to like a surprise closing shift, I think. So unfortunately, he's not going to be joining us. And Sabrina, who plays our Tabaxi Rogue. Oh, Ty, can you hear us?
Audio now?
Yep, we can hear you.
Now we can hear you.
Cool. So everybody missed my comment earlier.
You're totally
Yes.
fine. Now you're good, and Brittany, we can hear you right now, so you're good as well.
Okay.
So yeah, unfortunately, Steven's not going to be able to join us, and unfortunately, Sabrina, who plays Bite, our Tabaxi Ranger, unfortunately will not be joining with us. And holy crap! Right off the bat,
Oh my god.
Pyrofly is rating us with a party of 24.
What?
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 Hi, y'all.
Oh my god!
How's it
Welcome.
going?
Welcome! Holy crap!
Oh my god, guys! Thank you so much.
Wow.
No.
Okay,
High
well,
raid.
well, here's hope.
Holy
Well,
crap.
here's hoping you will enjoy what we have here. We play Dungeons and Dragons, and we do it over Zoom, and we play for ourselves, but we always like to live stream our sessions just to see if anyone else is willing to have fun with us. For those of you who are just joining us right now, the Great Poison is a hybrid homebrew module. It's a homebrew because first off, it's a module more or less, because even though it's not an actual D&D module book, it is a pre-existing IP. In this case, it's the video game Metroid Prime, and it's also homebrew because I've basically taken Metroid Prime and I've reformatted it for a TTRPG format. So there is no Samus Aran. In her place, we have an actual multiplayer team of bounty hunter mercenaries, so that we can actually have like an actual party here. That being the case, though, before we get started, does anyone have any announcements?
I have one.
Yes, Carly.
So this, it's not a big deal because I already said that I got my license last week, but I officially get to drive my car to work because Evan is gonna be getting a rental until his car is out of the shop. So I officially don't have to walk in the fucking frigid ass cold anymore.
Yeah, unfortunately, my car, all the way back in late August, early September, I had to send it into the repair shop at a dealership due to a faulty transmission module, and it still has yet to this day get fixed, because it's all because of this computer chip fucking shortage. But yeah, because of my situation, I get to get a rental car for free. And then I guess we'll just go from there until I get my car back. Does anyone else have any other announcements?
I'm sending Tyler the stream, if that helps.
It does help.
I'm gonna actually post it around. That's a good idea.
Oh, I've already done that.
Oh,
He just screamed at me. He's like, "What's this stream?" And I'm like,
You weren't looking at your phone. It's not my fault.
I heard.
Is it on, honey?
I heard his voice.
God?
From the
God? Is that you?
Well, if that's the case, if we don't have any more announcements, let us get started. Before I do, I would like to give another automatic MVP shout out to Pyrofly for basically
Wow.
like rating us with all these people, and we haven't even started the damn session yet. So you guys are officially awesome.
She seems to have quite a following, actually.
Good for
Does he?
him.
Wait a
Oh,
minute.
check
Wait a
this
minute.
dude
Pyrofly,
out.
is this who I'm thinking of? Wait, hold on a
Let me
moment.
see. View info. I'm looking at him right now. Holy.
Rachel? Do you guys know
Rachel?
Rachel!
Oh my god!
Baby!
Oh my god,
I
Rachel, hi!
Hi!
Rachel
Hi!
Rachel is one of my convention friends. I met her when she did a flawless cosplay of Riku from Final Fantasy X-2.
Oh, nice.
And she also, during the early stages, has been my writing buddy while I've been working on the first book of The Archivist and the
wow.
Night Maiden.
That's
Because
really
she is an English major, and she has been invaluable. And I know, Rachel, this is for you personally. I'm sorry that you and I kind of fell out of contact. Life on my end just suddenly got busy. That being the case, though, if you're still willing to help me out with Archivist-related stuff, you know where to find me, and I'm always looking to chat up with you again.
Also,
Alright.
Pyrofly, just so you know, I just followed you. So.
Yeah, everyone should follow Rachel. She's an amazing
I
human
already
being.
did.
All right, I'll follow. I can't subscribe, but I'll follow.
Not a problem. Rachel, thank you so much for always editing my stuff. You are officially awesome. All right, guys, if that is the case, let us continue with The Great Poison, Episode 2, Touchdown.
Touchdown, Chicago Bears?
Oh, sports ball. Do the thing, win the points. All right, here we go.
Let's not pay attention to my stuff back there.
I just like seeing the occasional Ani walk past and then walk
know.
forward.
She just likes walking back there. I had to put a robe on her because she decided that I no longer wanted to wear clothes, and I was like, "Honey, no."
All right,
That's
guys.
really funny.
Let's do this.
Where we last left off, the intrepid crew of the Black Star. It is again to be noted
digging
that
this
space can
music.
be a very, very dangerous place, and the crew of the Black Star know this quite well. After answering a distress call that led them to a derelict science vessel, a Federation frigate, as you will, they were able to discover that some terrible things have happened there, discovering bodies of both Federation scientists and the crew of the infamous space pirates, the Quasars. They were able to find information that they seemed to be running experiments on the planet that the frigate was orbiting around, a seemingly unknown planet called Tallon 4. It was here that after running into a massive parasite queen known as a slugger, it was there that they met the supreme commander of the Quasars, Dyrax himself. After some very tense back and forth, Dyrax made his escape and flew down to the planet's surface. The crew of the Black Star, giving chase, suffered some damage to their ship, and while the ship itself can function still, it looks like they are going to be stuck on the planet's surface for quite a while, it seems. And it is here, dear viewers, that we revisit the crew of the Black Star. So, Zakui, Kasten, Reva,
Ooh,
Analon. Oh yes, Zakui Uwu.
ooh, woo.
I just gotta say, that sound effect you just did sounded like the PlayStation startup sound effect.
Boing.
The PS1 startup sound, still the best sound effect to this day.
Yep.
You find yourself... Now, as I described before last episode, you find yourself on the planet's surface of Tallon 4. Specifically, the region that you've landed in seems to be constantly overcast with light rain. From what you can gather from preliminary scans of the planet's surface, it seems to have a very tolerable atmosphere. Oxygen, nitrogen. It seems to be something that you would be able to venture out of without the need of any sort of spacesuits. However, it was here that the ship's AI, in its warforged body, named Daddy Kink. Oh my god.
I'm so sorry
For
that I
those of
gave
us
you that
watching us
idea.
just now, you need to watch the first episode of this, which you can find on my YouTube channel. Way
Listen,
too many daddy jokes.
me and Steven were joking in a group chat in another server that we're both in, and I was like, oh my god, how funny would it be if you made it an anagram for daddy?
And it made it happen. Anywho, preliminary scans from Daddy seem to detect that even though it is in very harmless amounts, the planet itself seems to be emitting some kind of radiation. This radiation, as far as he can tell, is not native to the planet itself. Unfortunately, Daddy has made the hard decision that while everyone else is welcome to venture outside of the ship to try to do some reconnaissance, he must unfortunately stay behind at this time to start preliminary repairs of the thrusters. That being said, though, your team ranger, Bite, who you all recently discovered has some sort of connection to the supreme commander of the pirates, Dyrax, you realize that she has retreated herself within the ventilation tunnels of the ship itself, which is what she typically does whenever she wants alone time. This is different, however. She usually seeks out alone time if she's just wanting to get away after causing a prank. This time, however, she seems to be dealing with something herself.
I'm still watching her.
You're still watching her, very good. Unfortunately, that being the case, though, Daddy has volunteered to keep an eye on her while he remains at the ship while doing repairs. That being the case, though, Kasten, Zakui Ubu, Anilon, Reva, you guys are still on the ship, but if you wish, you can exit the ship and actually explore the planet's surface. What do you do?
Wheel, I will leave that up to our captain, Zach.
Zach actually is gonna go to Reva's room.
All right, Zach, you make your way out of the cockpit after having the team meeting after you guys all landed, and you make your way down the hall, take a quick left, and you enter Reva's room, which is always the most lavish and colorful out of all of the crewmen's quarters in this ship.
Did you knock first, Captain? Just ask.
Tons of
No, I'm just gonna enter. Of course I'm gonna knock.
There's not even a door. It's one of those bead curtains that you gotta have to like.
There's tons of
Right.
tapestries and blankets on the walls to make it a little bit more like
Tell
homey.
anyone who enters, this is where the magic happens.
And it always smells like incense. It smells like our house.
There's
There's a lot of candles that need to be used in that room. That's for sure.
It's not a bowl. It's a giant steel wok that is just potpourri.
Walk.
Walk it out.
So Zach is gonna knock on the door frame before,
Okay, you grab a handle of the bead curtain and you shake it a bit.
shake it. Just like ding dong. No, he's gonna knock on the door frame.
Okay.
All right.
Reva, can I come in?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, so Zach's gonna, he's gonna push the beads away, and
What would you do if I said no?
I would have been like, Reva, I need to talk.
Carly, we planned this whole thing when you were at work today.
Reva, you're breaking the one rule of improv.
You're not wrong.
So Zach's gonna enter, and he's gonna look at her, and he's gonna be like, we need to talk.
And she's gonna get up because she was kind of sitting, it's like meditating, and she's gonna be like, okay, what do you want to talk about?
So I'm just so lost. How
About-
do you know him?
How do I know who?
What's his? How do you say his name? So I can't.
Dirax.
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 Datarax, yes.
Dirax.
It all comes together.
It makes
Oh my god! And they're both dragonborns.
He's like the anti-Atarax.
Yeah.
Atarax is a character in the other campaign that I run, Song of the Wilds, but that's a whole other story. So Dirax, Captain Zakui. Ooh.
So, God, Zach proceeds to say Dirax to Reva because back to improv.
Well, I didn't really know him personally.
What do you mean personally?
Well, you know where I was raised, the Velvet Comet. Sometimes parents like mine would sell their children to the Velvet Comet to pay off their debts. Yes?
So
There were others that weren't the lucky ones, and that would basically be kidnapped and then given to the Red Comet for profit.
I see. And that's all you know of, or do you?
Well, as a high member of the guild, it was kind of... I handled some of the transactions. I'm not proud of it, but I didn't really think it was my place to speak up.
See. Well, that went a lot smoother than when I talked to Bite earlier.
I'm haunted by what I did. It wasn't a good thing, but I wasn't
Do you
in
regret
a
it?
good... Of course I do.
All right. Then it doesn't matter.
Well, what would you have done if I said I didn't?
I don't know, Reva. I don't know. I need a moment. The ship has gotten some damages from landing, and I need to think.
I just hear Ani singing in the background. It just touches me.
Ani, you're killing the moment.
Anyways, moment's gone.
I'm sorry. I just hear like a little voice singing, and I was like, oh, it's adorable. I'm so sorry.
With that, Zach is gonna go to his quarters, and he's gonna, I guess, play with his plants.
Oh, is that what he calls it?
Yeah.
All right, so
He's gonna just go chit chat with his plants because they can't talk back.
He can't talk to pretty girls.
She's gonna look at him. Reva is gonna look at him, and she's just gonna walk over, and she's gonna place a hand on him, and she's gonna say, I was in a tough spot. In my eyes, I won the game. I didn't want to lose it. And she's just gonna walk back.
Zach is gonna take.
Oh, the joys of being a mom.
I know. Dad sitting
I have
quietly in the
another
room.
D&D mom.
Right? No, go that way.
all right, so Zakui, you return to
Zach.
your quarters.
Yep. Zach's going to
Kasten, Anilon, are you guys gonna be doing
It's
anything?
okay.
I guess Kasten is training right now, doing his thing in the gym where he's, like practicing sword play.
All right, Anilon, are you doing anything?
Adelon is designing a bullet to hold on to the Slugger Queen's acid that he collected.
Ah, nice.
Oh yeah.
All
Sounds
right.
dangerous.
All right. Well, with that being said, we're gonna consider this your guys' first long rest, still being on the ship.
Yeah.
Time is very hard to tell on this planet. And because of the constant overcast, it's actually kind of difficult to tell if it's night or dark. However, just going off of standard Federation time, about 8 hours have passed. So you guys, you feel fully rested. You get some food in you. That being said, though, you do receive a message on all of your little communicators from Daddy, basically saying that unfortunately repairs are still going to take a little bit more time to try to get done. It turns out the damage was just a little bit more extensive, but the good news is that it was only to the thrusters. Life support is still functional, artificial gravity is still functional, basically everything else is still good. You guys just can't fly. And unfortunately, during all of these 8 hours, with the exception of going for food, Bite has not come out of the vents. Whatever happened up at the frigate really affected her.
Damn. Okay.
Carly, you're muted.
She's like, I forgot.
Sorry. I'm going to. It helps me for talking over people because I gotta work on that. But I'm gonna, after Reva eats, she's gonna bring her some food because she knows typically where she is within reason of the vents, and she's gonna leave it by the little entranceway.
All right. So after leaving some food, pretty much everything seems to be pretty normal on the ship with the exception of it being unable to fly right now. That being the case, guys, do you wish to finally leave the ship?
Yeah, you know what? Zach's gonna make the call. We're gonna roll a d20. Pretend it says coin. He's gonna flip a coin. We're leaving the ship. It was a natural 20.
Makes all of his decisions.
We
was
are
nice,
we are
Waste.
going we are going to make this planet our bitch.
We are leaving the hell off this ship.
And we are going to fuck the planet.
God.
Figuratively and
Figuratively.
very literally.
Calm the desert.
We ain't found
Oh,
shit.
shit.
Mel Brooks is the greatest. Anywho, so all of you basically hear over the loudspeaker that encompasses the entire ship. Zachary has declared the order. It's time to actually leave the ship and explore your surroundings and try to get a lay of the land.
All right.
All
No
right.
flirting, you two.
Who?
Make no promises.
I'll fight you forever.
Shit.
Oh.
Love triangle.
That's where
Boys,
we're going with
boys,
this. That's where we're
Boys,
going
you're
with
both
this.
pretty. I didn't ask for this.
Come
All
on,
right.
Kasten.
All right, guys. Do you leave the ship?
Yes.
Yes.
All
Yep.
right. Yeah, you know, you're right. It does sound like
the PlayStation startup sound.
It
It
does
does-
sound like that.
it does sound like the PlayStation sound. Anywho,
Those were the only games I had when I first got my PS2. I know what that sounds like.
all right. Black Stars. The giant doors of the cargo bay open up, and you step out. The air at first is very crisp and cool, almost like a rainy spring day on Earth. The air, it seems normal. It's breathable. It's a little chill. You kind of see a little bit of your breath as you breathe out, but it's not like super chilly. The day is just chilled because it's raining right now. The environment before you seems to be mostly comprised of very small waterfalls, rivers, tiny little valleys. It seems to be a very temperate kind of environment. Very dark, a lot of large trees. It's pretty much a wide open area. So the question is, where do you go?
To the left, everything I own in a box to the left. No,
I gotta be honest, I kind of forgot what we were looking for.
Yeah, me too. I'm not gonna lie to you.
We're exploring. We're exploring. We're not looking
Okay.
for
We're just
anything.
exploring the new planet, trying to
Traversing.
find the leader, but beyond
Yeah,
that, we're just exploring.
But Daddy couldn't track him.
This is the closest we could get.
Dad wasn't there.
To re-clarify, he was able to clarify that Dyrax did fly down to the surface of the planet, but because of the interference of the storms that you guys flew through, he was unable to keep that lock on him. So unfortunately, the only way to truly find Dyrax now is through like on-foot reconnaissance.
Alright, so I think... But I'm here, trees. Okay. Sorry, reading the chat. Someone said trees.
Doesn't seem like we have much to go on. So we might as
You
well
guys
just-
hear Ani
Yeah.
running? I don't know why. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to make an investigation check to see... because I am a druid of the fucking land, I'm going to see if I can tell what kind of what's going on via plant life from the grass. So I'm gonna kneel down, do an investigation check on the grass.
All right.
Nat 20.
Damn.
Everybody, wait a minute. Is that your second nat 20?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my second
Really?
nat 20. Here,
Okay, Talus and Jaffy, calm
it's
down.
right there. It's right there.
Oh my God. Okay. Zachary, using your special talents that you developed in the Federation University of Botany, and also because you just seem to have a natural connection with flora of any environment, of any planet, while you're unable to actually hear the voices of these plants, it's all kind of amalgamous, and it's all just it's hard to tell. Even though you don't outright hear voices, it's that kind of feeling you get in your head and your gut that tells you if there were voices, it would be like thousands of voices just talking all at once. So your head just can't make sense of it all. But you do get a general feeling that the flora here seems to be pretty weak, and it's already deteriorated a lot, despite the fact of, like, a raining environment. Things still look green, but it's like there's something going on behind the scenes, something that's causing some kind of sickness.
Okay, so with that, I'm going to stand up and I'm going to tell the crew be pretty much something is going on here with the flora and the plant life, and it's like they're all sick in a way.
Sorry, I almost wanted to be a dick and say, can we chop down one of the trees?
No, Zach will literally end your life.
Inside joke from my other campaign.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I
Because
would
Davina did that. No, I'm kidding. Sorry, Evan.
Zach would legitimately be like, I will fucking end you right now if you chop down any of the trees. If you hurt anything here, any plant life,
You can flirt with Reva, but don't you dare chop down one of these damn trees.
don't you dare touch the tree. I'll give you Reva. Don't touch anything else.
Oh no! What a
Oh,
nightmare!
I wonder how Zachary would react if he met like a tree dryad or something.
Oh my god,
Oh.
he probably humped the tree. I'm sorry.
He would legitimately
You'd
just
be like, Reva who?
Reva who?
Pushes-
Tree?
Tree waifu. Hell yeah.
Tree wife.
Anywho, so
All right.
you explained to the crew that there seems to be some underlying condition to, as far as you can tell, the plant life. But then again, you guys just landed.
So I can't tell much. So
You can't tell much. I mean, you can tell just at a very basic level, but because this is a rather unexplored alien planet, you can really only tell so much.
all right. So then I'm going to quickly make a perception check because nobody else is going to make a perception check. They're all going to run free into the wilderness. So I'm going to make a perception check.
Is that an order, Captain?
Never mind. Zach doesn't know shit. He got an 8 on the dice, and I don't know where my perception is.
I'll make a perception check.
I do one too.
Hold off on that, Carly, because an
Yeah,
8 is
sorry.
actually not that bad. Not in this case because we literally just started.
Where do I find my perception?
It's
I
under
think
your-
we're friends.
It's between nature and performance.
It should be all. It should be
Professor?
It's alphabetized.
Features and traits?
No, to the left.
It's under your skills.
Under
Far left side,
skills.
just by your.
Oh, found it. So actually, my perception is a +2, so I got a 10.
All right, perfect. While you're unable to tell much in detail about the plant life here, what you can gather from the general landscape, and you do like a quick like terrain scan with your tech. What you're able to tell in the immediate area that you guys have landed, there seem to be 3 distinct paths. One that seems to be a naturally formed tunnel off to your left that seems to kind of duck into like the side of a small cliff. The other seems to be straight ahead of you. It seems to be a rather small canyon-like formation through a couple waterfalls. And then the one to the right is actually up above some naturally made like stone steps. And there seems to be a cave tunnel at the top of those steps.
Cool.
But again, from where you guys have landed, these seem to be the only 3 distinct pathways that you get that seem traversable.
Okay.
Okay.
Do we want to do the steps first?
In your case, floats.
I can walk still. I prefer to float.
She's like, I prefer to do this, and Zach's like, I'm the only human here. I might die.
No, you're not. I thought that Keyston is also human.
No, I'm half elf.
Oh shit! I'm sorry, forgot
That's why
about
I'm so pretty.
That's why he's so gorgeous, and that's why Rev is gonna fall for him and not Zach, because Zach's a lowly human.
Look. Okay, it's not my fault that I have a type and that Liam just tapped into that. Okay.
Is Zach not your type?
Maybe I should make up a plot point that there was like a hidden frozen canister inside of the ship, and it's like another crew member of the Black Star, and it's freaking Mia.
I would lose
Wait,
my
who?
shit.
Mia. Oh shit! Because Leah did say she wanted. Oh.
Did she say she wanted to join?
Nah. All right.
Anyways, okay,
Anywho,
so,
so-
are we pressing forward, crew?
Yeah.
Whatever you want, Captain.
Sounds good.
All
to
right.
me.
So what path are you guys taking?
We're taking the left, because I feel like the left is a good path.
Oh, so you're taking the downward natural cave.
Yeah, I want to go in the caves.
Okay. So, as a team,
You guys ever seen the movie Descent? The Descent?
no and shut
Nope.
up.
Reva, can you glow in the dark?
Yes. Wait, Evan, can I? We didn't really talk about that aspect of the changes, but that would make sense since she's technically made out of stars.
No, she's not made out of stars. She looks like she's made of a nebula.
Oh, excuse me.
Your
Pardon
eyes
me.
are like starfire.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Disgusting.
Nice Aristocats reference. Anywho, as a team, you make your way down the tunnel. It's a little slick because of the rainfall, but it's not that difficult to traverse. You make your way through the tunnels. You see some local fauna, what seem to be looking like these tiny little, like, small dog-sized beetle-like creatures. They just seem to be, like, munching on some plant life and such, and they have bird-like beaks that open up and down and not to the sides. But the moment they see you, they, like, scurry off. Some of the plant life here is something you've never seen before, Zachary. They seem to be more like plant life you would see at the bottom of the ocean, where if you get close to them, they kind of like sink into the ground away from you. As you make your way, you hear something up ahead.
I'm gonna.
I hear something up ahead.
Oh my god. Kasten, stop.
Nope. Never.
So, as Zach hears Kasten legitimately shout, I hear something up ahead. Zach is gonna freeze. He's gonna literally turn to the entire crew and he's gonna be like, okay. What exactly did you hear, Kasten?
Should I do a perception check?
In this case, yes, do a perception check.
Okay. 17?
17. Oh, that's more than enough.
Okay.
You hear a couple voices up ahead, and you're able to actually understand them. They seem to be two figures. You can't quite tell male, female, or what species they are, but they are speaking in common, and basically in this universe, everything is considered common because Star Trek universal translators.
Yeah, it's
Makes
Star Wars, they call it basic. But
Yeah,
I get what
it's
you're saying.
basic. They're talking basic. Now that being said, though, you hear two people that seem to be almost in a panic talking to each other, and what you're able to discern, because you actually rolled pretty darn high for this, is... Ah, oh, damn it, dude, why did you drop it? I don't know, man, it just slipped out of my hand. It's fucking wet all around us. Look, we just gotta get these back to the
What are you
boss,
doing?
okay?
What am I doing?
Yeah.
I'm getting comfortable.
Okay.
Oh, so guys, you're now watching a special game of Strip D&D. If you take,
Every time you roll
Wait,
under
okay,
10,
I
you have
mean-
to take off an article of clothing.
if you take damage,
I
you have to remove an article of clothing.
I'm sure
I mean,
people have done
technically,
that.
I already started that because I took off my first layer.
I'm sure there are people who have done that. So,
I was getting comfortable. I'm
no,
not.
it's fine. I was just like,
Brittany. This isn't TikTok. You can't be spicy.
I'm sorry, have you watched Song of the Wilds?
You know what? That's fair.
Yeah.
God, I wonder if we could make like a spicy D&D and put that up for like an official like not safe for work D&D OnlyFans or something.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll
Hey,
talk
for
about
Patreon.
something later that I have an idea.
The safe word is sleight of hand. Use eyes.
The the safe word is the safe word is critical fail.
Safe word is Dadarax.
All right, so Kasten, that's what you're able to tell. Two people that seem to be arguing over one of them apparently dropping something.
We've got a Biggs and Wedge around here.
My child took off her robe.
Oh no.
I
Yeah,
gotta,
you see,
I gotta put
Ani's
my
already
camera-
getting into it.
Naked
Oh,
child.
God.
I have to take
Not
off my
on,
camera.
not on. Yeah, I was about to say not
Not
on
on
Twitch.
Twitch.
Not on Twitch.
Not on anywhere, actually.
My God, my goddaughter, don't do it.
Anyways, so Kasten, what did they say?
Well, they sound like a couple of rather not very intimidating people. One of them dropped something, apparently,
Wait.
and the other one is chastising them.
All right, so Zach's gonna pull out, or he's gonna take off his gloves, and he's gonna put them in his pocket, and he's going to head
Challenge
further.
them to a duel?
Maybe. he's gonna walk down, closer to him, and just like press himself up against the wall, almost to see if he can hear more.
All right. From what you're able to tell, because you got a little bit closer, you turn your head around the corner and you can actually see what's going on. Before you, the tunnel that you guys are in seems to open up to another large open area. You can see the overcast above you, and in front of you, you see what looks like a very large, what looks to be a very large lake. There's a little bit of land between where you're standing and the lake, so there's kind of like a little like dirt beach area. The lake itself seems to go on for a bit. You can't see very well what's on the other side of the lake, but what catches your attention is that close to you on your side of the lake, you see what looks like two figures wearing what you can already tell is Quasar garb, and they're both bickering over what looks like this huge metallic barrel, and it seems to be leaking some glowing blue ooze.
Evan, quick question for you.
What is it?
Based on my background, have I ever, because I have met some of them, have I ever met these guys?
You're too far away to tell.
Okay.
So,
Damn, I had a plan. But that's okay.
so Zach is going to pretty much turn. He's gonna walk back to the crew and he's gonna be like, okay, so I'm not sure if this thing is dangerous or these people are dangerous. I need one other person to come with me, but we need to be careful because it looks like something broke and there's like a metallic blue looking liquid. I don't know if it's poisonous or not. We just need to be safe. So who wants to come with me and see if we can get some answers out of these guys?
I might be able to persuade them to tell us what it is.
I mean, all right, I'm gonna take him. I'm gonna take our warrior. I don't know how well your persuasion is.
It's a +9.
Oh, sweet.
Oh,
all
you're
right, we're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're fine. Okay, so Zach's gonna
At
take.
worst, I'll get a 10. So there you go.
So Zach's gonna take Kasten. Reva and Analon are gonna stay behind. You two pretty much, if
Keep
you
watch.
can. Yeah, keep watch. Keep watch for us. So, Kasten, follow me, and we're gonna head back
Okay.
in. And before we round the corner, I'm gonna turn to Kasten and I'm gonna be like, do not
No.
pull a bite.
Cool.
Of course.
Okay? So Zach, of course, he's gonna pull his gloves back out because he doesn't see a reason to fight. He's gonna put them back on, and he's going to round the corner with Kasten and pretty much greet them.
All right, you turn around and you greet. Oh my god, you greet the two quasars. Both of them like instantly like turn around and they seem more shocked and terrified that you guys are there.
Sorry to startle you, gentlemen. We are just passers-by who needed a planet to land, and we found you, and we're wondering if you could give us some help.
All right, before you're able to get too close to them, they both are making rolls here.
I will actually be right back, but it's fine because I'm not in this scene right now anyway.
All right then. All right. Unfortunately, both of these pirates turn around away from both Kasten and Zakui, and they both, when they turn around, you see that they actually have what look like jetpacks on. One of them actually starts up and is already flying away to the other side of the lake.
Can I try to throw my sword at his jetpack?
Well, before you do, because the first one I rolled was a 17, but the second one I rolled was an 8. Unfortunately, the second pirate's jetpack starts to malfunction, and he's not able to get enough liftoff.
Okay, so Zach is going to rush forward because he's fast as fuck, boy. And he's going to pretty much tackle this guy.
All right.
So I'm guessing that's a grapple.
Yeah. Roll me a strength check.
So I got a 12 on the dice. Strength +1, so I got a 13.
All right. Yeah, you definitely grapple him. You frickin' football tackle him and pin him to the ground. And from how this guy is shaking and he's got his hands up, like even though he's on his back, it's pretty easy to tell this guy's not a threat. He's probably super low level in the hierarchy of the Quasars.
I put my sword right near his face and I say, "See, now, if it had just been nice, it wouldn't have had to come to this."
He would have just been nice.
Don't hurt me! Don't hurt me!
Not
We were just
going
trying
to hurt you.
we were just
Stop
trying-
wailing.
We're just trying to transport this.
Transport what?
He kind of looks up and gestures towards the now busted barrel of the glowing blue ooze, and he says, "I don't know what it is. We were just told to transfer it to home base."
All right.
Can I go over and try to pick up a little bit of it?
You can certainly try.
Zach's gonna get up from his football tackle and just put his foot on the dude's chest.
Nice.
So he
Okay.
looks more intimidating. I'm
Okay.
like, this is in the position of laying down. This is not a great spot to intimidate.
Meanwhile, Reva is just watching, fanning herself.
Well, because Captain Zaku is basically doing a Captain Morgan on top of the guy's chest right now.
You right?
All right. So Kasten, you approach the blue ooze, and while it's already when you get close enough to it, you get a very funny feeling that seems to intensify the closer you get to it. Like you feel your skin start to crawl, your hair is standing on end.
Oh.
It's a very weird feeling, and that feeling only seems to become greater the closer you get to this exposed stuff.
Can Reva hear me from where she is?
If you yell out to her, yeah.
Can I yell at her to come here?
Yeah, go ahead. That's not exactly something you need my permission for.
Okay. Reva, can you come here? I need you to check something.
I look at Anilon and I say, okay, I put down my cards because they were playing a card game.
Obviously.
And I say, just see if anybody else comes. And I walk over there and I say, yeah? What's going on?
Are you feeling anything when you come near this?
Do I have?
As you, Reva, get closer, you actually do. Which is very strange for someone of your race, because even though you have taken and I use this term very loosely, a humanoid form, you're basically incorporeal. You don't really have a physical form unless you will it so. That being the case, though, for something to cause this much of a physical effect on you, the same as it is with Kasten, you have no idea what this is, but already, and I'm sorry for kind of taking the reins with emotions here.
You're fine.
But
Go for it.
already, you don't know what this stuff is, and the fact that it can affect you like this is very scary.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch that.
Have any idea what it might be?
Do I? Do I
Roll
have to
me.
roll for that?
Yeah, roll me an investigation check.
I
Alright,
thought
my
this-
investigation's not that good, but let's see. Oh, I got
Nat
a
20!
nat 20!
What?
All right.
That's our third for the night.
All right, Reva, you take a look at the glowing blue ooze from where you're standing, and you can say with absolute confidence, you have no idea what this is.
Damn it.
What did I have to roll for that?
Well, that's the thing. You either don't know, or you do know that you don't know what this is.
Oh, okay.
Just because you roll high doesn't mean a success. It just
That's
means
fair.
It just means you are now confident that you've never experienced this type of material before.
I would like to intimidate our current prisoner
Oh yeah, go right ahead,
to
dude.
tell us everything he knows.
Roll me an intimidation check with advantage because you already got Zakui stepping on his chest.
And that's a +6 for me.
Oh,
Woo!
Okay.
That's a
22.
15.
Nice.
Holy shit.
22. All right. Oh yeah, this guy. So you just slowly take out your sword and you're just kind of rubbing the side of it, almost like a lover. And you're just and you are giving like unblinking eye contact to the pirate.
Prolonged eye contact.
Give him a
So
handshake, you put the finger, you start wiggling the finger during the handshake, and
wait, what?
it's how to freak people out. You give them a handshake, then you start like wiggling your finger and looking too intently into their eyes just to really make them uncomfortable.
What?
I have so many questions.
Something I learned in college. I don't. Yeah.
I want to try that with somebody.
You can try it with
Not
me
to
during the
me.
break or something. Okay, so what do you? So you have your presence done. So what do you actually say to the prisoner?
You are going to tell us everything you know, and I don't care if there's things you don't know. Everything you know, you will tell us.
Okay, yeah, the guy is sufficiently intimidated, and he just kind of like looks between all three of you, kind of looks back at the canister. He just says, I don't know much. All I know is that it's some kind of weird chemical that they extracted from some mines, like way beyond here, and only way over there is with jetpack. We were trying to transport this to home base. I don't know what it does, but the boss calls it phazon. And all of a sudden, you see him suddenly pale, and he's not looking at any of you, and he just suddenly like looks up in the sky, and for a moment you see what looks like a small glowing red spot that just seems to get bigger and bigger on his forehead, and you just hear, no, I didn't give any details, and his head explodes.
Oh, my shoes.
Yeah, all of you with the exception of Anilon are covered in blood and brain matter.
Well, that's
Aw,
lovely.
It's freaking gross.
Anilon's our engineer, right?
Yeah, and he's
Yeah,
he's
Anilon-
still over at the tunnel exit. He's completely clean.
Anilon, you want to come over here to take a look at this jetpack?
But sure. Sounds good to me.
All right,
Come on.
your engineer walks out, and it looks like he decided to try a little something different today. He typically takes the form of a humanoid. Now he's a tabaxi. He's
Did
a
you really?
He's a changeling. He's a changeling.
What? It's chilly.
It's
I like
Don't
that.
bitch at me because
I
I have
appreciate
the
that.
ability to stay warm without clothes.
so Zach's gonna take off his monocle and he's gonna like unbutton his jacket just a little bit. Reva, look away. And he's gonna clean his shirt. He's gonna clean his monocle off with his shirt and put it back, and he's gonna be like, "All right.
I'm just gonna manifest a different outfit.
Oh, lucky you, Reva. Look at you being able to change easily."
Casey's gonna clean his sword with
Reva
his
takes
shirt.
a moment to go completely incorporeal, and all of the sludge and brain matter that was on her just falls through her form, and then she just reforms again.
You always
So I
She-
guess I'll take a look at the chip.
Reva's like one of the albino twins from The Matrix Reloaded, where they can just take a ghost form.
So gross.
The Rasta albinos.
Yeah, the Rasta albinos.
You guys want to see me cheat death? I'm drinking Coca-Cola and I'm also eating Pop Rocks.
No!
Evan, you are literally in the same house and you're allowing her to do that.
She's done worse to herself.
Oh dear.
She's like, I have Mentos and Diet Coke.
All right, so Anilon, you're brought over to look at the jetpack. What do you do?
I'll check it out. See if I can see how it functions.
All right, roll me an investigation check. Because you're an artificer and seems to be an actual piece of technology, roll me investigation with advantage.
Okay.
With
Investigation
advantage.
advantage.
I'm assuming the other guy is gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he flew off to the other side of the lake.
Yeah, 15.
All right, give me just a moment.
Did you roll
Wait,
again? It was
yeah, that
with
was only one
advantage?
roll.
Yeah, no. If you right click on it, you can click advantage, and I rolled. I got a 7 and an 11.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah, you can
I didn't know that.
automatically do
Now
it.
I want a
Nope.
Slurpee.
damn, Sam. Should buy me one.
I'll just buy a Slurpee and I'll just yeet it cross country.
I'm gonna add that to the list of the things I'm gonna do when I actually meet you.
Buy
Just
Buy
eat
her
the
a Slurpee.
All right, Anilon, you're able to tell that this actually seems to be a pilfered Federation jetpack, which is mainly used for maintenance troops and shipyards whenever they need to go to like high places to like put patches on holes and just do routine repairs on ships and such. It looks like this one was obviously stolen and is now used as a means of one single person transportation of quasars from like place to place. As you can already tell, one person flew away. This one seems to malfunctioning. There seems to be some pieces that got corroded by all of the rainfall, so it looks like those are going to have to be replaced. Without replacing those parts, this thing is just junk.
Well, in its current state, it's garbage. But it's
But I
fixable.
can
I was
fix
about to
it.
ask if you would be able to, because I feel like that would be something we could use later on.
Oh, very much so. I don't think I have any pieces to replace it with now on me.
Not on you, but you don't know for certain. I mean, you only just now started exploring this planet, plus you might have some stuff on the ship that you can kind of MacGyver into, like,
I mean, it
repair
also is
pieces.
Federation, so it's
It's also
standard
Federation.
stuff we're used to working
Oh.
with.
Oh yeah, pretty much anything within the Federation all use the same tech, no matter the species. Now that being said, though, so you have a unfortunately a non-functional but possibly repairable jetpack, and then you still have the busted barrel with the blue ooze.
This is gonna be really, really stupid.
So
Okay.
can I look at the ooze stuff?
I was gonna ask to touch it, but if
I was gonna
Jordan
touch it with
would-
something else. I'd touch
Okay.
it with a dagger or
Yeah.
something.
But if I was about to say, but if Ty has another good idea, hell yeah.
Not me first, pretty much.
All right, Reva,
fair.
do you touch it?
No, I want to see what happens when Ty touches it with his stick.
Okay,
The
so
stick.
Analon,
Something.
This is my touching stick.
what are you touching it with? A stick or a knife? What's going on?
That's
Just
the
something around. I have a
problem, stick.
dagger. If I can find something around that's not a piece of my equipment, I'd touch it with that. But
Here,
Sure
Zach,
that there are
Zach
trees
has
everywhere.
you know,
Don't
take a
touch the
stick from a
trees.
tree or something.
No,
Oh.
no. Just take my dagger. Zach's gonna hand Analon his dagger.
I still
Okay.
look for a fallen tree branch somewhere.
Diana, why do you look so sad, bud?
Yeah, there you do find like an already fallen stick. It was pre-broken off, so Zakui can shut the fuck up.
I mean, we probably could have just used the body of the dead guy.
For sure, but you gotta test on multiple materials. What if it doesn't work on organics, but it does work on the stick? What if it doesn't work on the stick, but works on the metal? You gotta
Alright,
test
and we'll
things.
do the body second. So.
All right.
Sounds good.
So what are you touching it with first?
The stick.
All right. You touch the stick. Because the stick, this is wood. I mean, wood is wood, no matter the planet that you're on. Nothing seems to happen when you get close to the ooze, but when you actually touch the ooze, at first nothing seems to happen, but then that little bit of ooze seems to actually sink into that portion of the stick, and it almost seems to like glow blue for a second, and then that section of the stick starts to like expand a little bit and like pulsate, and you see what looks like tiny blue feelers that seem to like pop out of the side, and they're actually like moving.
Ew! But cool!
Oh, no!
I wouldn't recommend touching it, but I'm gonna use the person, the dead guy, to see if what happens to that.
All
So
right.
Zach's,
I mean,
Okay,
Zach's gonna
so-
remove his form from the body so Analon can do that.
My theory about it being an energy source is probably not right.
Okay, so
I mean, if
Analon-
it can create something living, it might work as an energy source if it's used in the right way.
Yeah.
All right, so Analon, you basically grab the guy, but like one hand on his shoulder, the other on his elbow, and you slowly move his hand towards the ooze.
This is terrible.
Again, when you get close enough, nothing seems to happen, but when he actually makes contact with the ooze, you at first hear a very loud and sharp hissing sound, and the hand...
not into that at all.
The portions of the hand that
Oh,
made
I see.
contact with the ooze seems to like glow blue. You actually see steam coming out of it, and then like half of the hand melts off.
Yeah,
Aw.
Reva, I definitely wouldn't recommend touching it.
Huh.
Yeah, you're right.
Gnarly.
Now, because of these reactions, Analon, I need you to roll me another investigation check. This one, unfortunately, not with advantage. This will just be a straight roll, because being like the tech guy of the crew, you're still the more qualified to be able to figure out what this is. But the fact remains, this is still something you've never encountered before. But you can guess from its reactions what it might be.
Okay, hopefully. High rolls. 17.
17.
Good.
Perfect. All right. So from what you're able to gather, now the pirate, before he got his head blown off, apparently this material is called phazon. I know you're giggling, Carly. Shut up.
He's my butt!
we have like a modeling friend. His first name is like legitimately Phazon.
It's Faison. Mm-hmm.
Well, that's awesome.
This
He's
one
a cool dude.
this is spelled differently, however. It's Phazon.
Quick,
Put that
quick
in the
shout out if y'all want to follow him. He is pretty freaking cool, and his
Yes.
Instagram is Streetwear Sultan.
Cameras
right.
back off. My child has decided that she must run with the wind.
All right. So, from what you're able to tell, Analon, the first thing that pokes out to you is how the person's hand seems to have just melted off. Now, your first guess is that, oh, this is something that is exceptionally high temperature that could easily melt flesh and bone. However, it was with specifically how the flesh and bone melted off of the guy's hand that seems to give you the impression that this thing isn't super, super hot, but it is in fact massively radioactive. We're talking like this thing could make Chernobyl look like Hawaii. Now, from what you're able to tell from its reaction when it made contact with the stick, what you're able to tell is that it's not only very highly radioactive, but you're able to tell that it seems to have extremely powerful mutagenic properties.
Sounds good. I relay that to them.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So Analon relays to the crew that whatever this stuff is, it is super radioactive, and it won't just harm, but it would also severely mutate whatever it touches.
What material was it being contained in before?
You do an analysis of the barrel. Now this one is going to require another investigation check. This one with advantage.
Okay. Advantage roll. Roll. 16.
Okay, so this barrel, you're able to tell, actually is also pilfered Federation tech. And what you're able to tell is that the material of the barrel is an element that you are actually quite familiar with called zanzite. And zanzite is typically used when it comes to transporting materials that are radioactive and nuclear and such. The Federation does stuff like that as well. So the pirates must have... So you can assume that, you know, if the Federation uses this material for transporting, like, radioactive nuclear material, we can probably use it for this unknown ooze as well.
Okay. Makes sense. Is there, like, sections of it that doesn't have the blue... Or the, I don't know why I said blue. I don't know if it was described as blue, but the goo.
It was blue.
Stuff
It was
on
like bright glowing blue.
Kind of
Bright,
think of it like
glowing
as
blue.
like those old like Slurpees that were like blue raspberry.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how I'm picturing it.
It-
Less icy and chunky.
Yeah.
It looks like that, but thicker, and it's glowing.
Okay.
So from what you're able to tell from the overall damage to the barrel itself, it seems like the barrel just kind of like fell on a sharp rock, and there's just a hole in it that the ooze is seeping out of. If you just like turn the barrel over so that the hole is pointing up, any ooze still in the barrel will stop coming out.
Well, I don't want to touch the ooze. Is there a way I can do that without getting too close to the ooze? I don't want to risk any of that.
Do you have any tech where you can grab things at a long distance? Does anyone have a skill where they can make contact physically with an object without actually touching it?
I think I have Mage Hand.
There you go.
Hold on. I'm looking.
I was
Oh
gonna say,
right,
I
because
have-
you're not just a druid, you're a bard.
Yeah.
Nope.
Big bees
I have
and-
arcane armor. That's it.
I thought I put Mage Hand on here. I do not have.
Hold on. Wait, I have a. I
I
have
do
a
have
weird
Identify.
Oh,
Sorry.
Go for it. No, go for it.
I
What
was
your
gonna
idea?
say I have Identify.
That's not necessary because Analon already was able to analyze
Yeah.
as much as possible about this stuff.
I mean, to stop it from spilling out everywhere, I can cast mending where the hole was,
Well,
so long as it's not massive.
I was gonna say I don't know if this will work though, because technically it's just an attack. But I have Arms of Ancestral Self.
Would that work?
Because that's
Um,
technically an attack.
You know, for this once, we'll say that it works.
Okay.
Now we're gonna do this in order here. So, Analon, you said you have mending.
Yeah, I cast mending where the hole is, so long as it's not longer than or bigger than a foot in dimension.
Oh no. The hole is like twice the size of a quarter. So
Okay,
it's-
yeah.
So yeah, that hole is definitely mended. So any remaining ooze still in the barrel, is contained. It's fully contained. Now, Reva, you use your arms of ancestral self. Your arms just kind of like snake away from your main body as they kind of float.
Oh no,
over...
I grow extra arms. I'd like turn into like, I think her name's
Nico
Shiva.
Robin.
Shiva.
Yeah, or Robin. I'm chill with that.
Okay. Are those new arms longer than your normal arms?
No, I think they're just normal.
So you are still gonna have to get close to the material in the barrel.
Yeah, will that not work then?
Well, the barrel itself is safe, but there is still like that already made puddle of ooze.
Can I cover?
Where is it?
I'm looking.
Truly the greatest test our crew has yet to face. How to move a barrel.
Technically,
can
my
s-
arcane armor fully covers my entire body. As
yeah,
an
you
artificer.
could honestly just do that. That'd be probably a whole lot easier and less complicated.
Alright, do you want to do that?
Yeah. I mean,
so long
that's
as it
fine.
doesn't touch me, right? Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Alright,
Sure,
so...
I'll just grab it since I have arcane armor that covers me.
Alright, you cast... you basically tap a few buttons on your wrist, and your body is encased in, like, this super holographic force field armor. You get closer to the ooze itself. So far, you don't feel any different. You then briskly, like, bend over, grab the barrel on both ends. Still don't really feel any different, and you walk over to the rest of the crew. Theme seems safe. You now have you now basically have a half-full barrel of Phazon.
Cool. I'm glad it worked. No problems, hopefully.
Don't say that, because then there will be
Yeah,
one.
don't say that. You're gonna jinx our entire fucking crew.
That's like saying, oh, it couldn't get any worse. Starts raining.
It's
No, just
already
like,
raining.
I don't know. Yeah, it is.
At least it's not raining. Stab.
Ah,
All right, so what do you guys do now?
what do you guys want to do? Do we want to take it back to the ship?
You know what? It might.
We're
be a
not
good
too
idea.
far, right? Probably
might be
should.
A good idea
Lugging
to do
it
that right
around.
now.
Sorry,
It could
Liam.
be.
what were-
Lugging it around sounds like a bad idea.
Okay, Liam was trying to say something.
I
Oh,
was
sorry.
just saying it might not be a bad idea for right now.
Ah,
I thought there was more.
all right. So do you guys take it back to the ship?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh.
probably should.
All right. You lug the barrel. The barrel itself, not actually that heavy at all. Like one person can carry it. It's just a kind of a large size, but because it's only half full, it doesn't cause that much encumbrance. You guys basically, you safely walk back through that tunnel uphill. You find your ship still there, still basically functional, with the exception of its thrusters. And do you guys actually get on the ship, or are you just making sure you get to the ship?
Yeah,
I'm getting on.
You're
yeah,
getting
I
on.
figured we were getting on.
Yeah, to safely put it away.
All right. So, you guys are once again back on the ship. The door is basically just left open at this point, and you find yourselves back in the cargo hold, where you have quite a lot of spots where you can put this new addition to your roster.
I'll leave that up to the captain.
I'm sorry. I'm dealing with Ani. What's up?
There's a
What are we
safe
doing?
place where nothing will hit it. We're in the cargo hold.
Behind a few boxes, I guess.
All
Sounds
right,
good.
you set down the barrel. So far, things still seem to be pretty good here.
It's not. Zach's kind of like looking at it. He's kind of worried. He's like,
Can I do a quick glance
you know
through the?
what might be a good idea? Do we have any machinery on the ship that can scan for life forms?
Yes, you do. There is stuff like that in the cockpit.
Can we go to the cockpit and use it to try to find the one that ran away?
You can definitely do that.
Okay.
While they do that, I want to try and scan the cargo hold for any items that look like they could replace the jetpack's corroded items.
All right, not a problem. We'll start with Kasten. Kasten, you run to the cockpit and you do a preliminary life form scan of the planet's surface, of the general area where you are. Unfortunately, though, there seems to be still some kind of interference, and it's the same interference that Daddy encountered when they were trying to track Dyrax down to the surface. Stop it. You can try to do an intelligence check to see if you can try to clear up the interference.
Alright. That's, That would actually be on the top ones, not the,
Intelligence is still, yeah, it'd be your main stat.
It's just straight intelligence.
Okay. Well, that's a 9.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's just way too much interference because of whatever kind of radiation this planet seems to be putting off.
Does based on Carly's post in the server, I'm wondering, does Reva have any abilities to like feel the area or anything?
No, it just says that I can speak to people through my mind. It doesn't say that I'm like
Clairvoyant or anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, she's just a telepath. She's not clairvoyant.
Okay.
I'm not that special.
Oh, of course you are.
All right.
Really, the flirting.
All right, so you have the barrel of Phazon contained. What do you guys do now? Do you stay on the ship or do you head out?
I want to do just a quick glance to see if there's any parts that could replace the corrosion in the jetpack.
Okay, roll me a perception check.
Don't
Actually,
forget
no, not perception. Investigation.
Investigation. There. 18.
You have it. From what you can tell, there seems to be like 3 components in the jetpack that need to be replaced. Unfortunately, you only have 1.
Well, can't fix it. Don't quite have the parts, so I'm gonna leave it in the cargo hold so I don't have to carry it around either.
All right. Once again, do you guys stay on the ship or do you head out?
Well,
do we have any cool?
I'm
like,
heading out.
Do we have any like cool like vehicles or anything, like a hover bike or something?
do we?
No.
Damn.
Oh, Captain, let's put
really
that on the list next time we go to a city to buy one of those.
I can work on one, I'm sure.
I can.
Can you imagine how cool Kasten would look driving a hover bike? But all right.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So what do you guys
I'm
do?
heading off.
We're heading out, I suppose.
Yeah, because like we didn't really find like
Daddy.
really
Oh my
what
God.
we were looking for.
All right. So
what exactly did he say before he died?
all right. Even though it was a lot of like scared talk, so he was blubbering a bit. From what you can tell, this is a chemical called Phazon that they were able to extract from some kind of mines. Mines that he seemed to imply were on the other side of that lake. And that this was apparently something that they were going to transport to their home base on this planet.
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. So, if you guys are down, we can go towards the lake area.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
We'll
Didn't he
go-
also say that the only way to get across was the jetpack?
I don't think so. I don't. Did he?
He did kind of imply. I mean, especially with the other person who seemed to need the jetpack to get across the lake.
Well, Reva can fly.
Reva can.
Can I?
You can float.
Can I? I didn't see that in my racial traits.
Now, unfortunately, in this case, no. She can hover, but only like
Yeah.
a couple inches above something.
So-
It doesn't work on water.
What if?
Oh, Joe, doesn't work on water unless you have
Like,
power.
once you get higher level monk, you'll be good.
What if we grab a raft?
Someday.
Hold on.
Yeah, can you like whip us up like a raft real quick, Analon? Ma'am, that's my purse.
Try.
Does anyone have any freezing
Hold on, I
powers?
gotta get my purse away from
Sorry,
the cat.
I am not Kaya. I cannot
No ice bridges here.
this shit.
Excuse me. Ma'am.
As much as I would love to.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. Unfortunately, you don't really have the materials to construct a raft. I mean, unfortunately, before you guys answered that distress call, you guys were kind of getting a little low on funds and supplies.
So somebody knock out Zach, and I can cut down some
I'm
trees, and
sorry.
we can tie up a raft together.
That being said, though, just to throw this out there, there are still those other 2 paths that you can explore.
Okay, so how about we'll leave the
Just make a
No,
note
I
that the
think
lake's
I'll do
there.
yeah, let's leave the lake alone for a minute and we'll go explore the one with the stairs.
All right, awesome.
Yes, baby.
All right, so you guys venture out of the ship to take one of the other paths.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, perfect. You make your way back out onto the surface. I'm just switching between these 2 musics right now. All right. You once again exit the ship, and you make your way this time to the right. After a little bit of climbing, not any actual climbing, you don't need any equipment. These just seem to be like natural paths that seem to just ascend upwards to another tunnel. When you reach the tunnel, you see what looks like just a long pathway. And it's filled with more of those little plants that seem to retreat into the ground as you get closer to them. But as you proceed, though, you start to notice something a little bit different about this path. At first, when you first entered this tunnel, it seemed natural, but the further you went in, things started to look a little smoother, a little more uniform, and that's when you slowly realize this tunnel's not natural, it's man-made.
Cool.
But it's still like stone. And that's when you actually then see before you what looks like some kind of carving into the rock. It is ancient. It is corroded somewhat just from natural elements. But it looks like some kind of closed gate.
Are we can I see if I can open it? Does it have a lock
Okay.
on it?
Not as far as you can tell. The way this gate looks seems to be kind of like a camera shutter. Where it kind of like
Ooh, so
opens
it's like a
so it kind of like
puzzle.
opens in the middle and then it widens.
Analon, I think that this is on you, man.
Yeah. Captain Analon, do you think you could translate whatever that says?
I can attempt, but I
Try.
don't think I'll get it.
You have the highest history checks.
I do have the highest history check here. I will
All
say
right,
that.
then Zachary, roll me a
Look at it.
history check.
Give me 1 second. Dylan
Try
with
and
an
see if I can know it as well.
Go for it.
All right, history check. Do do do.
What'd you get, Britt?
Not great.
What did you roll?
I what's 5 plus 4?
9.
9.
I'll get a 9.
You take a look at the gate, and there do seem to be some carvings that seem to be written above the gate itself in stone, in the stone itself. Unfortunately, however, this seems to be some kind of written script that you have never encountered before. However, you are pretty sure that this was not made by the Quasars.
All right.
Can I
So, oh, did you want to go?
was just seeing if I could attempt.
All right, Analon, how are you going to try and open the gate?
I'm just gonna see if I can understand what's written above it and
All right.
see if it's a warning or something, and then go for it.
All right, you roll me an intelligence check then.
Intelligence.
Something I don't have.
13.
Still the same thing. This is a
Pretty
script that
nice.
you have never encountered before, but you're pretty certain that this is not Quasar, nor is it Federation.
Can I try it?
You can certainly try, but then this is going to be the last try because already
Okay.
it's like you got two people that know for a fact that this is unreadable.
Then I mean I don't have to. I wanted to try my luck, but that's okay.
The gate
Well.
itself is still closed. People can try to open it.
Can I try
Over,
to
under,
feel
around, or
it
through.
for maybe something that I press? That
All
can
right.
unlock it?
Kasten, roll me an investigation check.
13.
All right, Kasten, as you feel around as you feel around the shutter design of the gate, and also around the edges of it, your finger, catches something. And it seems to be like some kind of perfectly carved, dome on the side of the wall right next to it. The moment you touched it, the shutter itself seemed to glow green, and then after kind of shaking a bit, getting all of the dust and age off of it, the shutter slowly opens before you guys. And you see before you what looks to be a rather incredible sight.
I could have tried to persuade the gate to open, but I know you would have made it like a 35 or something.
And let me persuade this.
The
door
moment
open.
that the shutter opens, you see before you that you are now standing upon the top of a massively wide and equally massively high cliff face. Before you seems to be a bridge, somewhat. The bridge seems to be made out of stone, and there seem to be statues built along the sides of the bridge of these tall figures with large eyes and very sharp ears that almost look like wings. They all seem to be wearing very flowing robes and very ornate designs that seem to orbit around their heads and their hands.
Very cool.
This stone bridge obviously is not natural, it's man-made, but what's even more striking is what the bridge is connected to. Before you, you see what looks like a massive floating stone structure, and the bridge
cool.
seems to go into the side of it. And beneath the stone structure is the biggest crater you have ever seen on a planet. This crater seems to go on for miles.
Ooh, okay.
Is it like the crater from Your Name?
Yes, actually.
Oh,
It's just one crater, though. It's not like multiple craters, but it's a big crater. And this bridge seems to extend to this giant floating rock, and the rock seems to be floating in the exact center of the crater. You're still like a mile high above the crater surface itself.
okay.
Can we infer that this is like where that crater that made this planet so interesting happened or landed?
You can assume so. I mean, all of the information that you got from the science frigate said that it was because of a mysterious asteroid impact that seemed to mess up this planet. So one could assume that this is that crater.
That makes
Okay.
sense.
Does anybody want to take a picture? Can we do that?
Yeah, I can turn something into an. Hold on one sec. Let me double check. Let me double check it. But I can magical tinkering. I can imbue a tiny non-magical object with magical property of your choice. Up to 6 seconds long recorded. Oh, it only does messages. Dang it.
Oh, that would have been really fun.
You instead of a picture, you can do a Snapchat like, "Hey, we're at the crater. Shout out to my boys."
Yeah, I'm recording on Vine.
There you go.
6
No,
seconds
I
and
miss
that's it.
Vine.
Federation work ahead. Yeah,
Oh
I sure
yeah,
hope
I sure hope it does.
it doesn't. It doesn't.
It doesn't. That was sad.
All
Why
right.
would you say that?
Before you is a bridge and the massive rock structure. What do you do?
Can I try to walk across the... Oh, okay. Never mind. I want to wait till the captain says something.
I don't know. I don't know what to do, really. Can I roll to see if there are any traps?
Yeah. Roll me a perception check.
Is anybody else kind of...
The 9 on the dice. Perception. +2, so 11?
Yeah.
There are absolutely no traps on this bridge.
Can I just walk across?
I don't like it. I don't like how he said
All right.
that.
Well,
It's
Reva's already
terrifying.
walking ahead on the bridge.
Everybody else
Reva.
kind of
Reva's like,
hesitant
all
to
right, you
leave
guys are
that
taking
one.
too long.
I
And
follow
Reva-
slowly
Quasar
behind
alive.
Reva. I turn around to the captain. I just shrug my shoulders and I turn around like
Okay.
water tribe it.
Both Reva and Kasten, you venture across the bridge.
I'm scared
Does-
that I made a terrible error.
This bridge is very old, but yet still somehow extending. It still somehow holds up perfectly. Like there's signs that it's old, but no signs that it's like corroded or anything. And as you walk down the bridge, those statues just seem to tower over you. Like you just seem to come up to their knees of these figures. And again, these figures seem to wear very ornate robes. They have rings and designs orbiting around their heads and their hands.
Oh, pretty.
And you see figures that look like possibly scholars or aristocrats. You see some that seem to be wearing armor with spears, so they could be warriors. But they all seem to be the same race, though. Just very tall, very sunken in, slender faces, massive eyes, and they seem to have ears that look like wings coming out of the sides of their head. Yes,
Did you
Carly.
get that design from Guillermo del Toro?
No.
No.
Okay.
It sounds more like Satan from Devilman.
That too.
I was not honestly thinking of either of those things.
Okay.
But I was gonna actually ask, knowing my background and how old she is, do I recognize this race?
Roll me a history check.
I was
Okay.
actually kind of thinking
Ooh,
that.
yeah.
So can it be that Kason asks her, "Do you recognize this at all?"
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
I will allow. Oh, go for it. I'm so sorry.
No, you're doing a roll, sorry.
Probably not, since I got a 9.
Nice.
While unfortunately you just can't think of a name or anything, something about the features of this alien race does seem a little familiar to you. But beyond that, it might have just been something you've heard like in passing from someone else. Beyond
Not
that, though,
that
you
I
don't know
know.
anything else about these creatures.
All right, so then I answer Kasten. I go, not that I know of, but they seem vaguely familiar, but I don't think I've ever met one in person.
Well, keep an open mind, I guess.
All right. As you guys continue to venture across the bridge, this is where we're going to take our break.
Yeah.
You guys will get to the end of the bridge once we get back from our break. For those of us watching, we're going to just take a quick 10-15 minutes. When we come back, we will continue this session. Until then, get some snacks, go to the bathroom. We'll see you later.
Go get some snacks.
right.
No
Are
matter
we
how
back?
cute she
Yep,
is.
we're
We
back.
back.
Yeah.
We're back.
All right,
Woo!
so guys, thank you so much for waiting, and I hope you had a nice break. We are back with The Great Poison, Episode 2. So, crew of the Black Star,
Woo!
you have finally made it to the other side of the bridge, and before you is another one of those shutter gates.
Wait, did Zach and Analon follow?
Yeah.
Oh, sick. I'm sorry. I must have
Yeah.
missed that. That's my bad.
All right. And then before you is another one of those shutter doors. This one, however, is a little bit different. It seems to not require any kind of physical contact. The moment you guys got close enough, it did the same as the other one. It glowed green, and then it shuttered open. And before you seems to be a large chamber, which you're in a tiny hallway, and it seems to go forward towards what looks like a large glass window. The window itself is not high, but it seems to stretch out right and left. And as you get closer to the window, you see that the path actually branches off to the left and the right. On the other side of the window seems to be this large circular platform that has 6 of those statues. Same design as the ones on the bridge, though these ones seem to have a greater amount of detail on them, and they're arranged in a very strange way on this platform.
So it's like a puzzle almost. That's what I'm assuming. So
You
it's
don't
like-
know. I mean, from what you can tell, when you get right up at the window, the path branches out to the left and the right, and those paths seem to go downwards. So maybe there's an exit to go out to that platform.
Okay. I'm going to. Okay. As the captain, I'm gonna go first. Because in case anything happens, I would rather me go down and Reva take command than risk any of my crewmates. All right, so I'm gonna go and I'm going to go down the right path.
All right. The path goes downwards. By the way, oh wow, Zachary promising Captain, promising a possible Captain Reva. Kasten's gonna have to step it.
Way to play favorites, Captain.
But
I didn't okay to this.
This is
Reva's like, as first act as Captain, I am now making Kasten Captain.
Much.
I step down.
All right, Zachary, you make your way, and the path that you're on ramps downward, kind of wraps around, kind of a U-turn, and then you find yourself at an open arch doorway, and now you find yourself actually on the platform itself.
So I'm like on the like. Can they see me? Can they see me?
Yeah, everyone that is still up there that did not follow the captain, you can all see him now standing on the platform. Now, from what you can tell, all of these statues, they're the exact same design and size as the ones on the bridge. However, they are structured differently. The ones on the bridge, you recall, seem to just be like whatever this alien race is, just kind of standing in poses of power, of authority. These ones, however, don't seem to be doing that. They seem to be all looking towards the center of the floor of the platform, and their hands are cupped as if they're meant to hold something. And that's when you see, and that's when Zachary, you see something at the center of the platform. Floating above it, you see what looks like a small, bright green orb. It's hovering.
Wait.
Not the same orb. Not the same orb. Not the same orb. Oh, both of you shut up.
All right. Yes, sir.
This orb seems to be no bigger than your fist, and it's just kind of floating there in the middle of the platform.
Okay. I'm gonna go over to it and I am going to do a. I think I'm gonna do an Arcana check on it to see if it's got any, I don't know, alien vibes to it.
All right. Okay, so roll me an Arcana check. So you basically take one of your, like, scanning devices and you're just giving it a once-over.
So that's an 18 on the dice, so +2, so that's an unnatural 20.
All right. Whatever this thing is, it seems to have power. It seems to... You can't quite tell what its purpose is, though. But whatever this thing is, it is definitely giving off alien vibes. But from what you can tell, it is definitely not Quasar, and it's definitely not Federation. However, it's not giving off any radiation, so you don't think it's harmful. But it definitely is giving off something.
Okay. So I'm, as captain, I'm going to look at my crew for a minute. I'm going to calculate this in my mind. And then I'm going to actually sleight of hand this. So I'm going to roll a sleight of hand and try and take it from its spot.
All right. Roll me sleight of hand.
It's a 5. So I wasn't stealthy enough, but I grabbed it.
Well, unfortunately, stealth wouldn't have mattered in this case, because now, to everyone else that is still up in that window platform, you all saw Zachary kind of look up at you and then quickly reach out and put a hand on the orb. The moment Zachary did that, he just froze up and his head, like, shot up to the sky.
Oh shit, can I like run in after him?
You run after him, so you round the corner and you're heading to the platform. Now, Zachary, you yourself don't know what's going on. The moment you touch that orb, everything suddenly went black all around you. You are now standing in a black void.
I guess I follow Reva.
You're still holding on to the orb, Zachary.
What about Analon? What are you doing?
Yeah, I follow them as well.
Okay.
Cool.
Now,
So I'm still holding on to the orb. I can see the orb.
you can see the orb, but from your personal point of view, you are now standing in a black void and you have the orb in your hand. The moment you do that, all of a sudden, you see a bright light kind of form in the distance, and then you see what looks like stars, planets, galaxies, just so many things like flying just right past you. We're talking to like 2001 Space Odyssey, Stargate bullshit.
Fucking cool. All right.
And
I'm
high
in
as
that
shit.
And
Reva's
Zachary,
like, I want to turn.
And Zachary, at the same time, as this happens, your brain suddenly starts to receive this massive pain, as it feels like just energy, force, and you can't explain it, but it's almost like things are being forced into your head, and you just hear hundreds upon hundreds of voices just all speaking out all at once. You can't seem to get any kind of idea of what they're saying. It's all just kind of foreign gibberish. And then all of a sudden, everything just goes silent. And at that moment, you hear one word, and it's speaking in basic. Heal.
I don't like this. Oh my god.
And at that-
Okay.
Does anybody else get the thoughts of like God's eye from
Jane,
this?
stop this crazy thing.
And,
Let's say Final Fantasy 14.
no, heal, not here.
Here. Think.
Feel.
Feel. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right.
Okay,
Damn.
so heal. This okay,
So,
okay.
Hold on, Zachary. At that moment, Zachary, you like all of a sudden it's like, you know that feeling you get when you're just about to fall asleep, and then you suddenly get that jerk of like you fell, and then it just kind of jerks you awake. You get that feeling times 100, and you all of a sudden just wake up on your back on the platform. And everyone is now, like, standing over you. Like, what the hell happened?
Shit.
Captain?
Can I? Hold on. I have a spell. Never mind. I don't. Oh well, I kind of do.
So
No, I don't. Not for that.
you don't have a spell? Okay.
No. tried.
So you guys are all around me. I'm gonna look at all of you and I'm gonna blink and I'll be like, that was not a good move.
What happened?
Can't describe it. told me to heal. Like Zach doesn't like the way he like is sounding like his speech is kind of broken and he looks overall confused.
Guys who are listening to Zach, Zachary, from your perspective, everyone is giving you a very confused look. Reva, Kasten, Anilon, you are all looking at Zachary. He is speaking a completely different language right now.
Oh no!
Well, you know what? That still doesn't change. My next action could still make sense. Anyway, where I was gonna suggest, Reva, can you read his mind?
Yeah, I can try. Let me mind link him and see if I can.
Do I have to like roll against that, or can I just
No.
say that it? Okay.
I don't think so. Let me check though.
Now, Zachary, you understand them, but they cannot understand you.
Yeah. No,
like
I just
parcel
choose a creature and I just start. I say to him in his mind,
We're running on
Hello?
parcel tongue rolls right now, right?
At that moment, you only got a brief moment of it before you were suddenly like, almost like hit in the face and forced out. But for a moment, it wasn't just like Zachary's voice in his head. For a brief moment, you heard so many other voices.
Oh,
And they were all speaking the same language that Zachary was saying. And then, just like that, all of a sudden, the voices vanish. Zachary, you are once again speaking basic. You then also notice the orb is no longer in your hand.
Oh god, it's in me.
the stones are in me.
I've gotta pass
was
this
the-
stone.
I was the key the whole time. Okay, so-
all right, baby doll from fucking Sucker Punch.
Okay, so Zach is gonna sit up, and he's gonna reach out and he's gonna touch Kasten, because I'm guessing Kasten's gonna be closest. Can you understand me?
Yes, you
Yes.
can.
Yes.
Like Zach is like sweating. He's like he looks confused. He's like scared. His hand is like shaking while he's touching you. And you have never seen, I will say this, in the 4 years that you have been a part of his crew, he has never been that shooken.
Captain, are you alright?
I don't know.
What happened? What did you see?
It was dark and it was, I only got one word.
Captain, did you hear voices?
Did you hear him too?
When I tried to mind link you, I heard many voices all speaking a language I do not know.
Is that why you guys couldn't understand me before?
They were speaking the same language that you were, yes, but there were like, Ivan, how many voices would you say, hun?
Yeah, how
Like-
many voices?
Like, hundreds.
There were like
Okay.
hundreds of voices just all at once. I've never had that happen before.
That's what happened to me when I touched the orb. Where's the orb?
Where
Where's
is
the orb?
Zachary, roll me a perception check.
Okay, perception. That's a 6 on the dice, and that's a +2.
Zach,
so
you're
8.
pregnant.
Zach, I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I am Zach.
Don't worry, this one doesn't require a large roll, because Zachary, as you do like a quick like looking around of the area in your franticness, you look up and you realize one of those statues is now holding that orb.
Oh. Okay. Don't touch that.
Obviously.
Don't touch any of them. All of you, listen to me now. There has to be more. There has to be something. There has
Like more orbs for each statue.
possibly.
Sorry, it's just a funny image while Zach is doing this, and Evan is just eating shit.
I know. He's like, if I
just like
could.
God watching over his creation, like, yeah, you dumb bitches.
I mean, that is you.
I mean, you're not wrong.
You motherfucker. That is you.
You already. Okay, so Zach. Okay, so Zach's gonna stand up, and it's gonna take a little bit out of him because he got hit in the fucking face, basically. If
Zach
we
was
come
like, why didn't Reva give me mouth to mouth? Anyway.
No, that's Kasten. Kasten's like, God damn it.
Why couldn't I give the captain mouth to mouth? I mean, what? What?
Not that I was daydreaming about that. Rev is like, I could have. He's looking mighty fine right there.
Don't speak for her. You know what she was thinking.
Well, we could be thinking a lot of things.
No, Brittany, that's only about you, babe. Because
Damn
you're my
it.
TikTok one.
Anyway.
No offense, Tyler. I mean that with the
Sounds
highest respect.
So, anyways, so Zach being probably the only one that knows exactly what's going on, he's going to pretty much stand up very shakily. Nobody touch any of them. Hold on, Bonnie's turn.
Nobody touched the balls.
Nobody touched the statues either.
Don't touch anything. Don't touch. No. Zach is really shook. Like, he is shooketh. With like
Captain,
5
do
H's.
we need to get back to the ship?
I want to
Rest?
No, I'm fine.
Can I do an insight check?
with advantage, because that's really.
Anybody who says I'm fine 100 times isn't fine.
I'm fine.
I'm fine, guys. I'm fine. Actually, Reva, do you want to do an insight check? Yours is way better.
Yeah, I'll
Is
do
your insight
one.
better? Everybody's gonna do an insight on the captain. The captain's like,
No, I'm only letting
fucking
Reva do it.
broken.
I got a nat 20, and that
That's
makes
our
it a 26.
Oh,
That is our
shit.
4th nat 20. So am I fine, Evan, or am I
Yeah, about
broken?
it.
You're fine enough to move and to form coherent thoughts, but you are having like the biggest migraine ever, and that migraine is all over.
It's
You
all
just-
over my head.
I walk
Okay.
up to the captain and I say, just take deep breaths.
So
And out through your mouth.
Zach's gonna do as Reva says, and he's gonna try and relax. All right. And then he's gonna is she touching his back or his shoulder?
You're touching his shoulder.
His shoulder. So he's gonna put a hand on your hand, on Reva's hand.
Oh,
He's gonna be like, "Thank you. I needed that,
But
even though my head is killing me." And he's gonna let go out of respect for Reva. And he's gonna turn around and he's gonna be like, "If we run across any more of those, nobody but me is allowed to touch them. Do you understand me?"
I mean, yeah.
They
I'm
are
not gonna argue.
they are dangerous. I don't know what happened.
I don't want to know what'll happen if you touch another one because, and I'm not saying this to be mean, but with your human mind, you might not be able to handle it.
If that's a risk I'm gonna take, then I take it. I don't want to risk you guys.
so what do you guys do now?
Keep going.
If
All
we're gonna
right.
keep going.
All right. Now this
Go for it, Captain.
platform doesn't have any other paths on it except the one that you just came out of. So you're basically at a dead end. So if you guys are going to be heading back, you exit the platform and you re-enter the structure to head back
Okay.
up to the ramps. Now, the inside of the structure is just carved with more like decorations and smaller statues. And there's also more of that strange script that is just carved into the stonework. Zachary, from your perspective, it's written in basic now.
Holy shit! I'm God. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm turned into a god!
To be fair, that's how I would describe all the voices. Just think of a
Zach-
god and listening to all its people's prayers. There's your voices.
Zach literally is just like, I'm Jesus.
Okay.
You're
He wouldn't-
Percy
he wouldn't
Jackson
allow
now
that.
is what you are.
Oh,
Sorry, I was
right.
talking to Ani.
Oh, there you go.
I was gonna say that. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make things awkward.
No. So Zach wouldn't let power go to his head. He's not like that. Like that's like his whole
He's
character
not like
thing
he's
is
not like how
he's-
Brittany actually is.
Yeah. Brittany, chaotic mess. Zach, very calm and collected. So
well,
Zach,
Kasten is way better with the ladies than I am, so there you go. It's like it all works out.
facts. So Zach's gonna like freeze up since he can read this so clearly. Does he know what it says? Like, can you tell me what it says? Like, since I can read it in basic.
Oh yeah, you can read everything perfectly now. For everyone else, it's still the same script. It's still the same alien script. They can't make heads or tails of it, but for you, it's clear as day basic.
So I'm gonna roll. Do I need to roll anything to like do like a history or insight, like to read it?
It's just stone carved. It's just stone carved script. There's not really any rolls you can make beyond just reading it.
You paid the extra subscription for doing it.
Okay, so I choose to read it. I'm gonna halt everybody.
You've invested in Google
And I'm gonna read
Glass.
it. Yeah.
All right, Zakui, as you start off on one of the giant wall murals that is just all of this script, this is what you're able to read. This is it. Our final act. Our last bastion of hope. And it is with this hope... Carly, stop!
All right, it's gone. The demon left my mind.
This is it. Our last hope. Our last bastion. It is here that... Carly, turn off your mic if you're gonna be like that.
Turn off your mic and your camera for a minute so your demon can leave peacefully.
It is here that we may finally attempt to try and do right to this world that we have come to call our home. This structure will act as a barrier for the grand calamity that has befallen us. This disaster, this great poison that has inflicted our world so. We have long given up our ways, our forms, our very beings. Wherever we go now, it is beyond the reach of mortality and intelligence. Whosoever reads this, know that we tried and we failed. If you wish to know, if you wish to heal, seek out the 6 keys. Final entry of Talar Vashal no, final acting arbiter of the Val Shalath.
So Zach reads it over, and he's gonna read it a couple of times, and he's being really silent, and he turns and he looks at his crew and he's like, I you guys are with me every step of the way, right?
Of course.
What does it say?
So he relays the information.
Oh, my
like,
bad.
He's gonna relay it. He's gonna relay the entry to them, and he's gonna look. He's gonna just stare at them. He's gonna be like, "Do you guys?"
By the way, I would just like to point out, while you didn't see this because Zachary's back was turned to you, but then for just a brief moment when he turned back to face you after reading all that script, you saw the irises of his eyes glowing like bright neon green for just a moment, and it has now faded.
Oh shit. All right.
Oh, Zach's got powers. Oh no!
Zach's got hands.
Zach's got powers. For the audience, by the way, Zach's natural eye color is a deep red. Like, just so you know how crazy that color shift is.
And it wasn't just green, it was like bright neon green with a little bit of glow to it. And
Christmas eyes.
And a lot of you may not realize
Business.
And a lot of you may not realize it, or maybe you do make the connection, but that glow from his eyes is the exact same kind of glow that was coming from the orb.
Oh God.
And we all see
So it
that,
was a
yeah.
glowing
Yeah.
green orb.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same color. So the power that he gets from the green orb obviously is the power of communication via the
Maybe
whatever
you should
life
touch
form.
all of them so you can have rainbow eyes if they're all different colors.
I have the eyes of gay.
I have the eyes of gay.
They're actually the lantern sources. You just got the willpower.
Nice.
Reva
Okay, so-
looks at Zach and just goes, I mean, I'll follow you every step of the way.
I will as well,
Right.
Captain.
Analon.
I mean, I'll probably be there.
I'm not a
I
warrior.
love that.
I'm just kind of here for the job, but I'll do it.
I may not be
I love
me
it.
all the time, but you know, I'll be there in some form.
Spirit.
In spirit, I'm there with you, Cap. Okay, so Zach,
That being said, we do need a plan, Captain.
we do. I guess our only choice really is to. And he pauses for a moment, which is something odd that Zach never really does. So he pauses for a moment in the middle of the sentence, and he kind of puts his hand to his mouth, like, you know, thinking like this. We need to collect all 6 of the keys and place them on the statues. We need to set up a point of getting here from each spot. And he's thinking, he's calculating, and now we're back to normal Zach, where he's actually rambling, which
I would
means...
just like to point out that while he was kind of talking to himself, thinking up this plan, he was speaking in that weird language again.
Oh,
Oh,
fuck.
shit.
So, everybody knows that Zach rambles, and this is one of the ways that he's actually thinking. Like, he's actually normal Zach for a minute. And he pauses, he goes, okay, so the plan is, we're gonna go back to the ship. We're going to look at some maps that kind of resemble this place. We're going to take some parchment. We're going to come back here. We're going to map this out because we need a point of getting back here. From that, we're going to start trekking and finding the rest of the keys. We need to find the keys and we need to put them on the statues. Remember, nobody is allowed to touch the keys. Reva, your job is going to keep Bite away from the keys.
How do you know that the orbs are the keys?
I just know.
So we already found one. So that means we only have to find 5.
So
I
we have
guess
5.
At this point, you're going to have to touch them, then, Captain.
Guys, I just had a terrible thought.
What's your terrible thought? Let me hear this.
I have a
What
lot
if
of those.
this is... Fuck, what is his name, Evan?
Whose name?
That was my thought too.
The dragon, dude.
The Dragonborn.
Yeah, I was like,
Why
do you
do
actually
all
think
keep
that the
forgetting Dyrax?
Dyrax.
What if this is Dyrax's plan? What if he is gonna try to get to the keys before we do? Because he knows if we have to find all 6 keys, they have to open something.
Do have to open.
You know,
What if
Right.
he knows what they open?
I was thinking about the fact that we have yet to not meet anyone else but those 2 flunkies. Anyone
Yeah,
else
that's
find that
very weird.
That means they're already at the next key.
Okay, so the keys aren't in the same area.
No,
all
they're
around the
not.
planet.
Yeah, they're gonna be all around the planet. That's my
Okay.
guess. Because if they're not here, but they were going here, they knew it was here.
Well, you
then
don't
we
know
have-
that. The 2 flunkies
This-
that you
yeah,
found
this is-
were just transporting that canister of Phazon to home base, they said. They didn't mention anything about
So-
keys.
If that is his plan,
So,
we need to try and get to them before he does.
However,
Yes.
there is some good news. The fact that we already have 1 key means that our opposition can't win.
technically speaking, you don't have that key anymore. It's already in the statue.
Yeah, it's
So
already.
you,
yeah.
so if
Oh,
you,
it's already
so
in the
if you leave,
statue.
you're gonna leave it there.
I thought it was in the captain. I'm sorry.
I thought it was in the captain.
Yeah.
So, do the
Also, we
keys
didn't have to
just-
transport the first key. You touched it, and now it's up there. You didn't put it up
So-
there. It just was there. So we don't know if we have to bring them back here or
You know-
not. We'll probably have to come back here, but we don't know if we have to transport the orbs.
Analon has a point. Analon
And that's
has an
the only
actual
one
point.
in one of the statues so far, right?
Yes.
Been known to happen.
That
And
means
there's
that
and
they
there's
haven't
5
succeeded
other
at all yet.
statues.
That means that we've only done the first one, which means they haven't done any yet.
So
That's
we're
true.
we're ahead.
To some degree, I guess.
But
As
what
long
if-
as one of us maybe is here when we have all of them, then I guess we win.
But what do we win? What's the prize? What is the goal? Healing.
I think
Present goal to get all the keys.
our
No.
resident Reva is going to have to be the one to answer that, if we
I-
jog her memory enough.
Don't. What do you
No,
mean?
It's healing. It's healing. Get the keys and it heals and that's what it is. That's what it means.
I mean that could be what it means, but what if? I don't think that they would be here to heal the planet.
But that wouldn't make any sense if they told me to heal. They gave me
What?
one word. Heal.
That's fair.
Many things in nature, however, can be used to both harm and heal. It depends on how you use it.
So what if it's both? What if it's we heal the planet? That it's like the sickness that covers it. What if we're healing that, but in the end, we're hurting ourselves?
That's a good point.
But that would mean
Or it could be H-E-E-L.
No, it's heal. It's
It's
H-E-A-L.
Okay, alright, it is, alright.
it's
I
healing.
didn't know if you were trying to pull something there where it's like, no,
No.
we're supposed to follow our master. or
I'm not.
something like
I'm
that.
not doing any bootleg pirate anime site translations here. It's heal.
Okay.
It's heal.
I
Um,
don't like though that they might know the answer to that before we do. That makes me uncomfortable.
What if Well, what if the statues give us the clues?
You can try
would.
investigating the statues if you'd like.
I think that's what we're gonna do. I know Zach's gonna do that. What does the crew want to do? Zach's gonna go back down the right path and go investigate the statue to see if they're.
There are two paths.
Yeah, there's two. There's a left one that we haven't taken yet, and then there's a right one. The right
Why
one we
don't-
keep taking.
Why don't we split up and have two of us go down the right path and two of us go down the left path? I can keep. Oh shoot! I have to be able to see the
Mhm.
person. Fuck. Never mind.
So what if we do this? We go as a group back down to the statues. Goodbye, Analon.
Hi, Ty.
His Zoom has been weird.
You guys
Um,
should just do it together. Just sit
I
next
know.
to each other.
You don't want that. Anyways. So
You're his
My-
wife. You fucking make him want that.
anyways, so what if we do hi Analon. So what if we go back down as a group down the right path and I'll see if I can decipher the statues. See if we can get any hints. We'll come back up and then we'll go down the left path and we'll investigate the left path. That way we don't get sidetracked with two groups.
Don't we
And we're
have
not-
like ear communicators, F?
You do have communicators, and you also have short-range teleportation devices. But those devices only work when it comes to going between your ship and your last known location.
Oh. So yeah, if you guys go
Means
down the
fast
left
transport.
path, you're not gonna have any communication with us on the
But yes, you
other
will.
path. We'll have communication through
This
the
is
path?
this is just the two
we
branching
have
paths inside the
communications.
floating stone structure, right?
Okay, yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Oh, then yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, we'll be able to talk.
Then we can split up.
But the rule stands. If you find one of the orbs, do not touch it because I don't want to risk my crew. Okay? Nobody
We
touch
just
it.
tell you that we found one.
Yes. Yeah, just
Okay.
tell me that you found it.
All right. So what do you guys do right now?
Alright then, Reva, I guess we should get going.
I love how you immediately took Reva. I was gonna take her.
Too slow.
It's fine. I'll take Anilon. Anilon will help me out with this.
I don't know how I feel about this love triangle. It's gonna put a lot of pressure
Well,
on
no,
Maybe I
me.
wanted
I
to
was-
go with Reva.
That's fair.
It's
You know what?
important.
You know what? Actually, I like that. Add some drama. Y'all talk amongst yourselves. I'm going with Analon.
I'm gonna take Anna. I was gonna take Reva because I'm pretty sure you have a pretty good history in Arcana check. Because you're a galaxy.
I am made out of stars.
You mean out of stars? But that's the whole reason I wanted to take Reva.
I don't care who I go with.
You know what? I'll take Kasten. Kasten, you're coming with me.
Well, I'll go with Analon.
Anilon, you two can at least fight. I barely know how to fight, and Kasten can actually fight. You're a monk, and Anilon is a freaking changeling. He can fucking change shape and shit. So
Fine,
you two
fine
can
by me.
actually fight. Oh my god, camera, naked baby.
Just tell Ani to put on some clothes.
Refuses! I can't force the child to put on clothes.
You're okay.
She doesn't want clothes on. I can't force her.
That's fair.
All right. So what
Anyway.
exactly is the plan with you guys? Because
Okay.
I've been hearing a lot of back and forth, but I can't quite connect what the plan is actually.
I'm sorry that I made such a hot character that she gets like fought over. Okay.
Oh my god! Enough with the hotness. What is the plan?
Okay. So the plan is that Captain Zach and Kasten are gonna go down the right path.
Okay.
Reva and Anilon are gonna take the left path. If they find another orb on that path, they're going to communicate back to Zach and Kasten that they need to go down the other pathway. So that way Zach can touch the next key.
All right. You guys split off. You take your separate paths. They both
Shit.
just kind of wrap around
Thanks,
and
Ruben.
go down.
Ruben just gave me a subscription.
Oh, nice. Hey, Ruben.
Also,
They gave
Hi,
me one
Ruben.
too. Holy shit.
All right.
What?
You guys take your separate paths. They both go downwards. They both loop around. And both teams once again meet at the middle at the entrance that leads out to the floating platform. These were just simple wraparound like ramp hallways. There was nothing special about them.
Were there any statues?
Nope.
Zach is
Yeah.
going to quite literally look across the way and be like, it's fancy meeting you guys here.
I don't think that this went anywhere. I think that it's all a circle.
Cinder, I swear to God, you eat that dice and I will kick your ass.
Oh no.
Did you guys find anything?
No, we didn't. Hi.
What if
We're,
this is a
we're in
pretty
the same spot.
this is a pretty big planet? What if the keys are all over the planet?
That would take days, months. It would take forever. How would we be able to scour the entire planet to find each key?
Oh,
I'm
weirder things have happened. I mean, I've been a part of your crew for what, 2 years?
2-ish years.
3 years? Yeah.
Because you were the last to join.
Yeah, it was. I mean,
How
I
high
would
up is
rather
the
have
orb?
it take.
Zach's gonna.
Wait,
Take a moment.
hold on. Analon, what did you ask?
How high up is the orb? Like if it's in the statue's hands.
Like 10 feet off of the platform floor.
Well, crap.
Can I finish my sentence?
Now, Carly,
Sorry.
you can finish your sentence.
It's okay. I'd rather have it take months than have the quasars get a hold of it.
You have a point. You have a good point.
And I don't think Fight would appreciate that either.
Yes, we do have to think about bite. All right.
Daddy, I don't think would care.
Yeah, he won't give a shit.
You can try to look at the statues themselves. You're back.
Yeah,
you are
that's-
back
that's-
on that platform.
That's what I'm gonna do. So Zach's gonna go up to the platform. Or he's gonna go up to the next one on the right side of the green orb. So he's
All
gonna go to that statue.
All right, Zakui. At that moment, as you look at the statue, you get a roll me an investigation check with advantage.
With advantage, I'm gonna roll 2 dice, 2 d20s. Thank God I had advantage. So I got a 13. It's investigation, you said?
Investigation, yes.
Okay, so that's a 15.
All right. Now, unlike the giant wall mural of script that you read, the inscription written on this specific statue seems to be more fractured, so to speak. That being said, though, everyone else, as Zakui is reading this, you see that his eyes are starting to glow again. Zakui, what you read in the inscription... Zakui, what you read in the inscription are the words and phrases sand, sun chamber, life to death, death back to life. And at that moment,
That's ominous.
and at that moment, you see that the head of the statue actually starts to like shake and lurch up. It's not looking at you guys, but then it just kind of looks straight ahead. It slowly spins, kind of exorcist style. Oh, kind of like looking just past the left shoulder, and all of a sudden its eyes glow bright yellow, and they shoot out a beam of light.
That's the next spot. That's the next. We need to follow the light. We need to follow. That's the next orb.
Go toward the light.
Go toward the light.
I'm sure that light's visible quite a bit.
Adventures, Captain, I just want to say.
What?
You're a little too willing to just explore these dangerous parts of this whole adventure, Captain. I just want to say.
Right? Zach normally doesn't want to do anything, and like now he's just filled with like curiosity.
He
It's
got
so
some
weird.
power, and it's getting to his head.
Is this very, very visible to everybody like on the planet?
Oh yeah, this golden beam is like a beacon.
Oh shit.
Beacons of Minas Tirith have been lit.
Oh shit. Okay. So Zach is gonna back up a little bit.
And that's just one statue. You could definitely look at the others. That you have the orb in one statue. You seem to translate one. There's 4 others.
Okay, so I'm
Do
gonna
we
go.
want to give everybody on this planet every beacon for everything when there's only 5 or 6 of us to try and go to these?
Have a point.
Why don't we do one at a time?
If we do one at a time, we have an easier chance to do this.
And then we won't just give the Quasar all of the answers.
Yeah. I agree with you, Reva. Let's. What does everybody have on them at this current moment in time?
I have a lot of shit. Give me 1 second.
Like, does everybody
what?
have like their traveling packs, like their exploration packs, their?
I don't know if I have one.
I do. You
Well,
should have it on you, person.
You should
in
have
your
a
backpack.
yeah. You should have a backpack of some sort that has like rations and water and things like that.
No.
Look in your equipment, Liam. Or in your inventory.
I have an armor of lightning resistance, a dragon slayer longsword, and a ring of radiant resistance.
You didn't do like
You didn't
any of
pick
your
up
beginner
that?
equipment? I have what's called adventurer gear.
Yeah, but Evans also said that we have equipment
need
on
to
the
pick
ship.
my
We've been
equipment.
going
Oh, that's fair.
through stuff, so I'm sure he has a backpack with basic supplies. An adventuring party wouldn't go out, or even like a reconnaissance party wouldn't go out on a strange planet without food and water just in case something
Yeah.
happens. You never
That's
know.
totally fair. I have this stuff that's called astronaut ice cream.
Tastes like shit.
I think that stuff's great.
I always
like a
fucking
marshmallow.
loved that as a kid.
I actually have.
It's the stuff you take hiking with you. It's light and easy to carry.
And it's not me.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, I think we're fine. That's an easy fix, Liam. You just go into manage inventory and you type in adventurer gear and you can add that to your
Okay.
stuff.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Alrighty, so are we going towards the light, Captain?
We're going towards the light.
All right. For the sake of expediency, we'll say that you guys re-enter and then exit out the other side, the massive floating stone structure. You once again make your way across the bridge. As you do so, however, no one else notices this, but Zachary, as you are walking past the bridge, you just kind of naturally look up at the giant statues. For a brief moment, coming out of the statues, you see what looks like ethereal-looking, almost kind of like holograms that look just like the statues themselves. They just kind of like move forward past the statues, and all of them are now looking at you.
There.
So
Zach's gonna stop, obviously.
Zach is the only one who sees this. At that moment, Zach, all 6 of these statues on the bridge, they all just kind of do this. And then they all vanish.
And then they're all gone.
And then they all vanish, yes.
I swear to God, if I become the new leader of this place, I'm gonna lose my mind. Okay, so Zach is he's obviously confused of why that happened, and he's gonna push it in the back of his mind. He's like, I gotta get this done. I can deal with that later. And
right.
He's gonna continue following.
All right, you guys make your way outside, past the other side of the bridge, back into that tunnel, and you once again find yourselves back in that forested area where it's constantly raining. Now, you all took that left path, which took you to the edge of that large lake where you found that canister of Phazon. You took the right path, which then introduced you to that temple-like place above the crater. You have yet to explore the middle path.
I say, crew, we need to follow the light. And where exactly is the light pointing now that we're back on the path?
You can see it high above the treetops, like almost up to the clouds.
Okay.
And it's going in the same, and it's pointing in the direction that the middle path is heading towards.
Okay, so Zach is obviously wanting to take the middle path. What does my crew want to do?
And we'll follow your lead.
Yes. Yeah, we'll go with you.
Analon?
Well, we've already done the other 2. One
He has
place
a
left to go.
point.
It's like we already got these 2 down.
Unless we're going back to the ship. I don't see a reason to do that.
You guys all have gear, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, as long as everybody has at least a day's worth of rations and some water, we should be set.
All right. With that said, you make your way down the middle path. You pass by trees, tiny waterfalls, more of the local fauna of this planet, more of those little beaked beetle-like creatures that seem to look at you and then quickly run away. You see creatures that look like a mix between an ocean sponge and a hedgehog, where it just kind of is moving around, sees you. It then sprouts spikes as a threatening display, hey, stay away from me.
It's cute.
Yeah. At that, Zachary, do you get closer to this thing?
He wants to really, really badly, but he's not. He's gonna be like, is that poisonous? It's adorable, but is it poisonous? Can I insight check on it? Can I?
Yes, you
Can I see if
can.
Can I?
Can I?
Yes, you can.
Why are you so fucking cute, Brittany?
Onyx over here is like, no. I'm gonna insight, and I got an 11 to see if it's poisonous.
Based on your general studies of like earth fauna, if something has bright neon colors, it is poisonous.
Oh man, I wanted to touch it so
What
bad.
kind of bright neon colors?
Oh my god!
This creature is like bright blue and bright yellow.
Bright blue, huh?
Not
Oh,
the same
my.
blue.
Oh, okay.
Kason, I love your thinking, but no. All right,
Kason
Zach.
You did
suspicious
make
of
a
everything.
Chernobyl reference a while back, so.
I'm pretty sure the entire crew could feel the excitement coming off of Zach to go and like pet it, but they all know that he's gonna hold himself back from touching it, and he's gonna just continue walking forward.
All right. As you make your way past this canyon, passing more trees, rivers, waterfalls. This looks like temperate pine tree wilderness, and it is just, again, for some reason, constantly raining. As you continue down the path, you go through some caves. You pass through more of those shutter doors that, again, seem to react to you as you get close to them, and they open up. When you go through one door, however, you are greeted with a strange structure before you. It looks like a platform, a circular platform, very similar in design to the one with the statues, and it has a small pillar just kind of sticking out in the middle of it. And on that pillar is a sphere-like design, but what's very interesting is this strange design on the sphere itself. You can't quite tell what it is, but it kind of looks like a handprint. Of course, this thing seems to have like 4 fingers, kind of like this, where it has like a thumb, a pinky, and a ring finger, and then just like an extra long, thicker index finger.
That's cool.
And Zaku,
I
if you
think
could
that
roll,
ball's flipping us off.
Zach's gonna roll
roll me a history check.
history.
Yes.
Oh, that's a 13 on the dice, which means I have a what's 3 plus 4, 7, so 17.
You
I'm
realize
smart.
that handprint matches the design of the hands of those statues back at the temple.
Cool.
All right. So Zach is gonna relay this to his crew. He's gonna be like, it's the same hands. It's the same hands as the statues. That handprint is the same as the statues. But what does it mean?
Well, it probably.
Everybody's all spooked by Zach being not Zach. Everybody's like, I'm shooketh. All right.
Well, usually when you see a handprint in something, it means it's a key of some sort.
That
What
or
if
something touched it, and
Yeah.
they were destroyed when they touched it.
so, without thinking, which is not exact like trait, without thinking, he's going to stick his hand in the same pattern as
All
the
right.
handprint. Without thinking, he's gonna do it.
All right. You feel a small jolt, and all of you see that the platform and the pillars start to light up with all of these little spots of soft red light. At that moment, are you guys like all on the platform?
Yeah.
we should be all.
Okay.
Yeah, we should
All of you feel the platform shudder. It starts to lower a bit, and you realize it's some kind of ancient elevator. And at that moment,
Cool.
after a couple seconds, it then just starts going super fast.
Oh
It
shit!
goes upwards and downwards.
Downward.
And
It goes upwards and then down
Like the
to hell.
Wonkavator.
The great glass elevator.
It's like, oh no, sweet boys, this elevator only goes up.
Zachary, do you know what happened to the boy who got everything he wanted? He lived happily ever after.
Oh.
As-
16 Wilder.
all of you are now just, for some reason, as you stand on this platform, you don't feel like that falling feeling in your stomach,
Okay.
and you look down. that red glow of the platform has encircled your feet, and you realize this must be some kind of safety device to keep you, like, secure on the platform as it
Neat.
descends. After going for what feels like 5 straight minutes, it lands. And before you is another one of those shutter gates with more carved stone framework before it.
All right.
Well,
So
whoever
Zach's
built
gonna
this knew what they were
do
doing.
that.
I'll give them that.
Zach's gonna remove his hand now, and he's gonna look at everybody. Do you want to go up to the gate?
A little
mean,
late
I-
for that, wouldn't you say, Captain?
Yeah.
A little late for that, Captain.
I mean, do we really have any more options?
It's
can go
really
back
just
up.
it's really just the elevator and the door in this chamber.
Yeah. I think we.
Do
I think
we
we
want to
should
go
with the-
rest before we open the gate?
You've already long rested. You
Yeah,
can't-
we're fine.
Captain Zakui Ubu, you were supposed to be watching the door.
And you're supposed to be watching the door.
All right, do you go
Oh,
through the
God.
door?
Yeah, Zach's gonna step off the platform first to make sure that the ground isn't going to crumble while he steps. So he's gonna step out onto the ground.
As you step off the platform, you realize this is not the same kind of environment already. Before you got to that elevator chamber, everything was like grass and soil and pretty solid dirt. Now you're stepping on sand.
Door is not made of.
Wait. Can I do something really funny?
What?
Please do.
Reva's she's gonna shift her shoes away. So now she's just kind of technically barefoot. And she's just gonna put her feet in the sand and she's just gonna walk.
Oh my God. Zach's gonna look at her for a moment and be like,
Hippie.
A little fan
Do you-
service.
do you not have enough sand in your room already?
I don't have any sand in my room.
Right now, Zakui internally is thinking, "Oh my God, those ankles."
The ankles? No,
Harlan.
he doesn't think of Reva like that, sadly. I've been
Well,
joking.
good, as he should,
He
because
doesn't.
yeah. Fun fact for y'all, calling her a whore is a huge ass insult.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
That-
You'll fuck,
and-
you'll fuck your shit up.
And for canon reasons, Zach is asexual. So he doesn't think of anybody like that. He's just annoyed that you guys flirt and you haven't
There
been
you
together
go,
yet.
Liam. You got this.
I was joking, there is no love triangle. I'm sorry.
All
no,
right.
it's okay. I didn't
I
mind.
kind of liked it.
Okay, so Zach's gonna go up to the door while everybody is dipping their toes in the sand.
The door opens, and you are met now with a completely different environment.
It's so weird.
Oh, did you guys hear the music change?
Yeah.
Holy
God?
crap.
You.
As the door opens, you find yourself once again in another environment. Open air, open sky above you. This, however, is very different from the forest that you were in. The forest that you were in was very temperate. It was cloudy, constantly overcast, and raining. Here, it's bright and sunny, not a cloud in the sky, and the temperature has actually risen a bit. As you step through the sand out of the stone wall that the gate is in, before you is a massive stone structure. And it looks like the gate of some kind of city, like a very, very old city.
Ooh. Okay. Zach, obviously with the increase of heat, he can't wear his awesome ass black trench coat, and so he's gonna take that off and he's gonna fold it up and put it in his bag. So he's just in his simple 3-piece suit with his gloves still on.
Nice.
I know, he's a very sexy man. Anyways, he's gonna turn back to the crew. Alright guys, obviously we have a destination. We gotta follow the light. Are you ready to go?
I'm ready, Captain.
Analon?
As I'll ever be.
Alright. Let's head out, crew.
All
And
right.
Zach's gonna walk towards the desolate city.
All right, you approach the gate of the city. It doesn't open right away, but your eyes are automatically drawn to the script that are above the gate itself.
Okay.
This gate seems to say, "Our first civilization. It is here that we make our home after settling on this planet. It is our hope that we can forgo our old ways, where we are no longer bound by our creations. It is here that we will live a life one with nature and with the spirits. High Botanist Karnal Dalana, High Botanist of the Val Shalath."
And I'm guessing the same reaction is going to continue to happen every time Zach reads
Correct.
the script. Okay.
You guys all saw his eyes glow again.
Reva, have you ever heard of the Val Shalath?
Have I?
Roll me a history check.
Roll me another history check.
Roll me like the 6th history
I'm
check.
I'm sorry that
With this-
Zachary's been getting all the rolls. He's the one who touched the orb.
Hey man, that's fair. I got a 9.
Oh. Zach actually, out of curiosity, is going to... I'm going to roll a history check as
Okay.
well.
Typically,
I want to see...
Typically, I only allow one person to roll a check
Oh.
at a time, but in this
Okay,
specific
then.
case, it works out for the both of you. Reva, you're doing a history check, basically kind of exploring your own memories to see, like, have I heard of them?
Because I'm old.
Because you're old as hell. Zachary, you are rolling a history check to see if the name Val Shalath ever came up during, like, your Federation Academy studies.
Yeah.
So it's okay. Kasten likes older women. So.
Ooh, that is a... What's 5 plus 4? 5 plus 4 is 9, right, guys?
Yep, so we both got
So,
9.
no, I got a 19.
Oh!
Oh, fuck you, bitch. It's all about you, isn't it, Brittany? It's all about you.
No,
It's all-
Carly,
it's all about
Carly,
Zach.
you have to say it like Alan Rickman, like, right, of course, it's all about you!
I see you found a way to get your shirt off.
Okay, so does Zach...
Sorry, I
out
managed
of
to get
all
your
of
coat
his-
movie
off.
ever.
Out of all of his Federation training, because screw his dad, does he know anything about that name?
Unfortunately, you are confident that you have not heard anything about the Val Shalath. However, during like your general history studies back at the academy, there have always been, and this is like an ongoing topic with academics and scholars in the Federation, but there's always just this one big topic of discussion of ancient yet super advanced civilizations that for some reason or another at some point in their history have just like completely vanished. Either
Alright.
either they went extinct or they moved on and chose a different lifestyle. There's nothing in your studies that directly referenced the Val Shalath specifically, but your hunch is that the Val Shalath might very well be one of these ancient, hyper-advanced civilizations. And from what you can gather from the script, you get the hunch that they decided to come to this planet, to Tallon 4, to seek a much more, traditional, less materialistic lifestyle.
Okay.
I probably wouldn't know anything since I got a 9, right, Evan? You never answered that.
I was actually
Yeah.
gonna get to that. Because it's a 9, however, with more exposure to what you've seen here with the architecture and the way the script is, Reva, the name now Val Shalath is starting to now actually ring a bit. It's ringing a bell in your head. And you feel like you're starting to now wonder, maybe I have run into these people before. But being such a long-lived person, when you live long enough, all your memories, like the older they
Kinda-
get,
kinda mold
they just
together.
kind of mold together. Because unfortunately, being so long-lived and your perception of time being different from everyone else's, it's hard to sort out the Val Shalath from all the other alien encounters you've had in the past.
Okay.
But you're pretty sure you're pretty sure Val Saloth is becoming more and more familiar to you.
Can I? This is a long shot. Even though I already tried.
That music sting was great.
Can I go up to it and try to even see if I recognize that writing again? Now that it's starting to ring a bell.
All right. That is definitely
Just
possible.
out of curiosity.
All right. Roll me a straight intelligence check. Now I will warn you, because you're not completely familiar, there's still a lot of unknown here. Just roll a straight intelligence check, but it is going to be kind of a high DC.
I got a 17.
Ooh, that's really good.
17, unfortunately, just barely doesn't make it, though.
Yeah,
However,
I
because
figured.
it was so close, you do get that feeling of, I can't read it, I have no idea what it says, but I know I've seen it somewhere.
Okay.
Like
That's-
being
I was-
an anime fan watching
It's-
it subbed.
It's familiar to you.
It's
It's
Yeah.
starting to become
It-
very familiar.
it
I was
feels
just curious
it-
about it, honestly.
it feels very familiar to you right now, but again, you're just not quite there yet. It's like
Yeah.
not even on the tip of your tongue. It's like 5 steps before it's on the tip of your tongue.
Alrighty.
But it's there.
Chill.
Awesome. Okay.
Do you walk through the
Um,
gate?
Zach's gonna look at everybody and he's gonna look at Riva. Are you doing okay? Out of
Yeah, I'm doing-
curiosity?
I'm doing fine. I feel like part of me knows these people.
A part of like mentally.
No, like I've met them.
Okay. Zach's gonna like pretty much in a very friendly manner. He's gonna put a hand on her shoulder and he's gonna be like, "Tell me if you have any more thoughts about that."
Okay, I will.
And then he's gonna walk through the gate.
All right. Do all of you follow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
As you walk through the gate, you are met with a massive stone structure of what looks like the ruins of an ancient city, built out of the stonework itself. Not like a cliffside adobe village, but like they took the natural stone elements of their environment to create this stone fortress all around you. But it doesn't seem to be dangerous in any way. From what you can tell, there seems to be ruined stairs, bridges, huts, and even what looks like artificial, like, little waterfalls coming out of the sides of some of the larger buildings. And miraculously, water is still flowing through and out these holes into what looks like these little aqueducts that are at foot level with you guys. That being the case, though, something's up with this water. It's like a sickly dark green.
You want to touch this, Zach?
I'm gonna touch it.
All right,
That's
Zach.
so-
I love how Evan
Zach,
meditated on that.
you take a finger and you dip it into the water, and like right off the bat, the tip of your finger feels very numb, and it starts to sting heavily. Zach, you take 1 point of poison damage.
Oh shit! I didn't
Zach
think I.
is going to rip his hand away and just like kind of shake it off. Like, wait, he's got his glove on. Does it go through the glove?
Yes, it does. That tip,
Okay.
that tip of the finger of your glove has been eaten through to the skin.
God.
Oh shit! Is his skin like red and stuff? Like,
Oh, it's like red and white, and it looks like it's starting to welt a bit.
oh, okay.
But again, it's only just 1 point of poison damage.
yeah, it's nothing too bad. All right, nobody touch that.
At that moment, the moment when Zach just kind of like screamed out in reflex when you touch that water, all of you begin to feel the sand beneath you start to shake and rumble a bit. Way back behind you, like further into just the open area that you're all standing in, the middle of the ground like bursts open, Now, if you recall on your trek to the elevator chamber, you remembered like those beetles with like bird-like beaks. This one seems to like crawl out of the ground, and it is like the size of, it's about the size of a large wolf. And it is
So not as big as Azrael?
No, it's as big as Azrael.
Oh.
Which I completely forgot is with you guys. I apologize. That's on me. So we'll say that Azrael's actually been on the ship. Sorry, Sabrina, that's on me. This giant beetle-like creature, like, sniffs around for a moment, and then it slowly, like, takes its 6 pointy legs, and it faces all of you with, like, its 8 eyes. And it just, like, hisses and screeches at you. And when we return for next session, we will all roll initiative.
Oh, I had an idea. I was gonna cast Franz.
I am thoroughly upset now. I was getting into this.
Right? I mean, I can play for 30 more minutes.
No, 3 hours is plenty. In fact, we're about to hit the 3-hour, 10-minute mark. That is plenty, everyone.
Oh my god.
That being said, guys, thank you so much for joining us. I have a feeling these things are getting exciting now with this game.
Holy crap.
When we return, either next week or the week after, most likely the week after, next week will be another Song of the Wilds. We will see what happens when our team of Black Stars deal with this massive beetle-like creature. That being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. Shout out once again to Rachel Pyrofly for giving us the frickin' raid right when we started the session. You guys have all been awesome. I would also like to give a shout out to Ruben Lobo Chicago for the bits and for the gift subscriptions. To Dragon Emperor Kazuya for giving us a brand new follow. I would also like to give a shout out to, okay, hold on, I'm gonna read off all of these. Pyrofly for the raid. Ruby Angel for gifting the sub to Pyrofly. To Seawill Suntrue for following. To KBO Malthiel for following. And for also subscribing as well. So thanks a lot, guys. You all are the MVP. And with that, we will see you all next time. Bye.
See you guys later.
Bye, guys.
Bye.